I'm actually looking forward to this. This is the one
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to because like when you talk about superheroes, I think I'm the guy.
All right. Well, it's January 12th. Ryan, have you seen anything recently?
So last night I saw the new Puss in Boots movie. So personally,
Yeah.
probably the best DreamWorks movie in a very long time. I
I
thought
heard
it,
good things
I thought
about
it
it.
was so good
Yeah. I
because
heard it was existential.
oh, very existential. Because basically the whole plot is cats have 9 lives and Puss has died 8 times. Do you care if I spoil
I
it?
don't care.
Okay. So like the main villain
Yeah.
is we don't find out till the end. This bounty
Uh-huh.
hunter who's actually Death,
Okay.
who's chasing Puss in Boots. But the other villain is do you know the nursery rhyme A Little in the Corner?
I got the plot explained to me before. It's like a chase, right?
Yeah,
It's like a four-way chase for like something.
so it's Puss in Boots. He meets this dog named Pedro. Did you see the first Puss in Boots?
A long time ago with the egg.
Yeah, with Humpty
Yeah.
Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty, yeah.
So the cat, Kitty Softpaws, who's the love interest in
Yeah, I
that
remember
movie,
that. I
she's
remember
also
that.
in this movie.
Okay.
It's them three versus Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and then Big Jack Horner, voiced by John Mulaney. Love John Mulaney.
Wait, Big Jack Horner?
So yeah, so he's an adult now, and he hates the nursery rhyme because he's always called Little Jack Horner,
Uh-huh.
and people just tease him about it.
I've never heard of this nursery rhyme, but Jack Horner is the same name of Burt Reynolds' character in Boogie Nights, which is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. It might be based off the nursery rhyme.
Probably.
I'm not sure. But no, yeah, so it's a three-way chase to this wishing star. And they all have different ambitions. So Puss in Boots' ambition is to have 9 more lives so he can, live longer and be the greatest cat burglar, cat hero around. Little Jack Horner's, or Big Jack Horner in the movie, his ambition is to get every magical power in the fairy tale land. And Goldilocks' power is kind of her wish is kind of sad because you know how she's raised by bears,
Yeah.
and the bears love her very much, but she wants them to be human, which is kind of
Oh,
fucked up
okay.
because they're giving her all this love, but she wants them to be human so she feels normal.
Oh, that's sad.
But yeah, basically, I thought it was very well executed. You
All
have
right.
Puss in Boots, Antonio
Banderas.
Banderas.
Yeah.
You have Kitty Softpaws, who's in the first movie, who's the love interest. I forget who she was played by her. She's also
Selma Hayek, I
yeah no
think.
she's also in
I might be completely wrong. I'll
well
look it up.
they're both in Spy Kids together.
Yeah.
In Spy Kids 3D
Yeah, Selma Hayek. Yeah,
because
yeah,
yeah
yeah, yeah.
she's Gertie Giggle's mom.
I saw something about this movie that it teases a Shrek 5.
So basically they're it's Puss in Boots, Kitty Softpaws, and their new friend Pedro, who's like a dog with no name. They just call him Pedro, and they're sailing away, and in the distance you see far, far away land,
Oh.
like the Hollywood.
Does it play the Shrek music? Like
I think no, yeah, it was I think briefly it was like the
Okay.
like the
I
the
saw the marketing of it. I saw an ad for this and they played All Star.
yeah
And I'm like, that's kind of cheap because Puss in Boots is not even
in the
Puss
first
in Boots
one.
is not even in the first one. So like, I don't know.
Do you remember the intro not All Star but like the intro music to Shrek 1 when he's reading like the fairy tale?
Yeah, you heard
It's
that
it's
music.
that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Should I see it? Is it worth seeing?
I think it's worth seeing. It's probably the best DreamWorks movie since
It's been a while since I
How to
like
Train Your
sat
Dragon
down
2.
and watched like a animated movie at all.
Oh, I
Honestly.
could go off on anime movies. I feel like
However,
there aren't a lot of good ones anymore.
I do want to see the new Spider-Verse movie.
I haven't seen the first one.
Whoa,
And
really?
I know, and
Wow.
look at my AirPods case. It's literally Miles Morales.
Jesus.
And I haven't seen the new
Into the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse?
I want to watch it. I wanted to
You
watch
should
it.
watch it before the new one, for sure.
I wanted to watch it before this podcast, but I couldn't
Yeah.
find where to watch it.
Yeah, it's Sony, so there's like no streaming for that. But like, it is besides one of these movies. Spoiler alert! But I feel like one of these movies is the best Spider-Man movie. It is the second best Spider-Man movie out there.
Okay. I know we're not at the topic yet, but
Yeah, we can get into it.
Put an ad on the front page. Cash money for a picture of Spider-Man. He doesn't want to be famous, and I'll make him infamous.
Spider-Man 1, 2002. Sam Raimi's directing. Honestly, a very interesting choice. All things considered, if you just look at his history beforehand, Evil Dead, that's like his main claim to fame, and you would never think, oh, this guy should direct a Spider-Man movie. It was right off the heels of I believe the first X-Men movie. X-Men.
X-Men. Oh, there's the first one is 2000, and
Yeah,
then the second one X2,
2003, I think.
2003,
Yeah,
and then yeah, I think those movies are pretty good too. I think the
yeah.
third one's pretty bad, but the
I
first
don't
two are
remember
pretty
the
good.
third one too much, but I remember the first two. Um,
I think this is the movie that both changed the movie industry and ruined it at the same time.
are you referring to like how like
The oversaturation of
superhero movie?
superheroes.
Yeah,
The oversaturation.
sure, but like this one seems still like a Hollywood movie, if you know what I mean. Like an old, I don't want to say old Hollywood because that's already in a term, but like you know what I mean. Like it seems very 20th century filmmaking. This one, unlike an Iron Man that I feel that's the real start of the downfall of superhero movies. Not in saying that like oh once Iron Man started like all the movies turned to shit. I'm just saying it started a trend that 10 years later it didn't like it's diminishing returns right now because honestly at this point I do not care for Ant-Man and the Wasp or even Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is really depressing.
I mean, I think after Endgame, it went downhill pretty fast.
Yeah,
I think the Marvel movies now are pretty horrible.
yeah.
Like I saw Thor, Love and Thunder.
Uh-huh.
That movie was terrible.
What are your general thoughts on the first one?
I wanted to ask you this. I recommended you a movie, The
Okay.
Forbidden Zone.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what your thoughts on it were. That was Danny
I did
Elfman's-
not watch it yet, I'll be
No.
honest with you, but I did look at like screenshots of it. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry, I'm gonna
I
get to it.
highly recommend it.
What is it called again?
The Forbidden Zone.
All right, can you describe it a little bit?
Okay, it's a little hard to describe. So, okay, so okay, there's this family that
Well, don't describe the plot. Just tell me what it is.
it's about the fifth dimension.
The fifth dimension.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so hard to explain. It's one of those
Awesome.
movies, but it's just Danny Elfman's first movie.
He's my favorite composer, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Better than John Williams.
Personally, yeah. Let's not forget he also made the Batman score.
Mm-hmm.
Edward Scissorhands, I love that score. Any Tim Burton score, he basically has done.
Did he do Sweeney Todd?
I have never seen Sweeney Todd.
Dude, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite musicals. It's so good. With
Really?
you have Johnny Depp, Helen Bonham Carter,
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, the
Yeah.
guy who plays Peter Pettigrew in Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you have the guy, the Vecna from Stranger Things season 4. He's in that movie
He's in
too.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I just love Danny Elfman, and this is one of my favorite scores. The opening title, so
Oh, yeah.
iconic, dude. Just like how you see the Columbia logo, and you hear that. And the way the Marvel logo just like matches, like the page flipping kind of matches like the tone of the music too. It's like
Is this the first movie to do that? The page flip.
page.
The page flipping? Was it?
I'm
did
not
X-Men do
sure
that?
if X-Men did it. Probably not, honestly. I feel like this was the beginning of like that Marvel logo.
Yeah,
I would have to go back and check.
It's changed a lot now.
Yeah, it's
because-
very elaborate. Well, it's because of Marvel. It's Marvel Studios now,
Yeah.
so now they have to make it like they have to show specifically which movies are in the canon.
Well, you have Kevin Feige as the executive producer of this movie, who's the head of the MCU now.
That's kind of how he got the job.
Yeah.
You know, he's been producing for years now, decades now. I mean, so my general thoughts on this, I love this movie.
Yeah, it's probably
this is like
one
the
of
perfect.
the best superhero movies of all time.
If I had to show anyone like the perfect example of like a superhero movie to the purest sense, it's this. It's the perfect origin story. We're introduced to the superhero and the villain within like the first 20 minutes. It's no bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
speaking-
you usually get all this like you do get like exposition dumped, but it's like it's interesting because it's during the class trip. It's not
Yeah.
like a whole monologue, or we're not like transported into like some complicated thing. You know all the relationship of all the characters within like the first 20 minutes.
Speaking of
So
the
good.
trip, though,
Uh-huh.
what was the casting department
So
doing?
so good, man.
No, I
There's
meant
so
like-
many good like background characters
But they're, like,
that
30
make the
years
most.
old.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's my main gripe. When they go to Columbia University for the
Uh-huh.
trip, the teacher, I thought he was a student.
The teacher does look like a student.
Because he
they
looks the
cast it
same
wrong.
age.
Yeah.
He looks the same age as Flash,
He got his friend who looks like he's like in his 30s.
Yeah, he's like when he's making fun of Harry Osborn, he goes, my father will
Can
sue
fire
your
your
father.
father.
Yeah.
Of the
I
times.
really like Thor Ragnarok, but that
Uh-huh.
movie, I feel like the jokes are just really forced. Like,
That see, that's how I felt about like Love and Thunder.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I love Thor
No,
Ragnarok.
I love that
Yeah.
movie. It's one of my favorite MCU movies.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious, but if you're taking it from a superhero movie
Standpoint.
standpoint,
Yeah.
it's more of a comedy than anything. I think
Yeah.
that movie is hilarious. It's so funny,
Uh-huh.
but I feel like Spider-Man is better because the jokes don't feel super forced.
Yeah, it's not like a overt comedy. It's just so many funny moments though, like and so many meme moments that like
These three movies, I think, have at least 30 memes attached to them.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Or like the glasses when he gets after he gets bitten, he puts the glasses on and
Yeah.
it's blurry. There's that one background character after Flash and Peter fight. I don't remember his name. He's like
Does he have glasses?
the chubby nerd kid.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah,
the
yeah.
GoDaddy commercial.
Yeah, I
Remember
saw
those?
that. I saw
He's
that.
in a
Yeah.
lot of movies. I forget
Yeah.
what other movies he's in. But yeah, he's in the GoDaddy commercial from like 10 years ago. That was during the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in a lot of like nerdy kid roles in the early 2000s.
What do you think of like Peter Parker himself, Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man? Is he your favorite Spider-Man?
I think he's my favorite Spider-Man, but not Peter Parker. Because I feel like
I see. I disagree. I think it's the total opposite.
it's the opposite.
I think him as Peter Parker is uh, like so pure,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so honest and so genuine as a nerd. You know,
Yeah.
he's like awkward, like he's geeky. Like I don't buy. I'm sorry, but Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, I don't buy them as nerds. Even though Tobey Maguire does not look at all like 18,
No.
but which is a big problem. However, he's supposed to be 19 by the end of this movie.
No, yeah,
Makes no sense.
he's what I think Tobey Maguire is 27 when he filmed this.
Yeah.
He's like 45 now.
I mean, it's still like you still have that in Euphoria, so it's fine.
See, but Euphoria though, I think Zendaya looks like a high schooler.
His voice is a little weird in the suit.
Yeah.
And when he's doing jokes like quiet gobbly or me and mom and dad are talking, it's a little flat.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a nitpick because
Well-
honestly, Tobey Maguire to me is the perfect Spider-Man.
What do you think about him shooting webs without like the mechanisms that the other Spider-Man?
I don't care. Honestly,
I
as
feel
a
like that's
kid,
kinda-
I thought Spider-Man. That's how Spider-Man did his webs. I never read the comics.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Neither did Tobey Maguire. He didn't know anything about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I never
before
read the
movies.
comics. I didn't even watch like cartoons really. This was my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My only exposure to Spider-Man. So all I knew was that organic webbing
Mm-hmm.
coming from his and it doesn't look weird in the
No.
movie. It's just a little white speck on his wrist. And they don't really draw attention to it after the first time, so
I think him trying to figure out how to use it's really funny when he's on like the roof.
oh, up and
And
away.
he's like, Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam. Yeah. It's just those little things, man. And like think about it realistically. He lives in Queens.
Yeah.
He's not making that much money. He's not building organic webbings. He's not constantly like has a huge supply of organic webbings to do this all the time.
Yeah, but how did he make the suit after he beat Randy Savage? After
That's
he
very
beat-
true. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I forgot I interrupted you with Tobey Maguire. Why? Like, what are you about to say? Why do you think he's better as a Spider-Man?
I don't. I mean, see, I haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies in a while, but I remember Spider-Man. Like Andrew Garfield, he's very obvious that he's Spider-Man. I don't think
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire is super obvious about it. Like I think Aunt May knows, and then MJ knows later on. But other than that, I think he's pretty good at hiding it. But Andrew Garfield, I feel like it's pretty obvious that he's Spider-Man.
We'll get to how good he's actually hiding it when we get to the second one.
Yeah.
Mary Jane.
Wait, I want to talk about her hair real fast. In
Yeah.
the first movie,
It's
her
like
hair is
super red.
red.
Yeah, it's like
so obviously
obviously
dyed.
dyed.
But
Yeah.
later on, it looks better.
Yeah,
It was more
this whole
natural.
movie looks a little bit older than the next two.
Yeah.
Like I think they used different cameras, and I think they had a different cinematographer for the next two. What do you think about Willem Dafoe?
I think he's the best villain
Villain?
in any Spider-Man movie.
I think I would have to agree. Performance wise,
Yeah,
maybe not the character.
Yeah, no, but I
Um,
think he's an amazing actor, especially in this
yeah,
movie.
he never disappoints.
No, he
From
never
the very
does.
start. This is my first exposure to him, honestly, as a kid. It's so frightening. It's scary, but like also camp as
Yeah,
well
no,
too. Like he
yeah.
goes for it.
The thing with these villains, and I think all these movies, is that they become villains involuntarily, all of them.
That's very true.
Because you have, he has the, what did he even do? It was like an experiment of making a super soldier or something like that.
Yeah, it's honestly not that important. But what I like about all these villains is they have a personal connection to Spider-Man.
Yeah, oh
Each
yeah.
one, and I feel like that allows for cool dynamics, like the Thanksgiving scene.
Oh, that's probably the most tense scene in the movie. I think the end, like one of the final scenes when he's holding Mary Jane and like the trolley or the what's that word, like with the
Subway
kids-
car.
No, it's not a
thing.
subway car. It's
Oh, it's like a cable car.
a cable car.
Yeah.
With the kids, and when he goes, do you want to be the hero or do you want to save the love of your life? Now choose.
Oh
And he drops
yeah,
them both.
yeah.
And like that's something that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man couldn't figure out. You know when in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, when he's saving Gwen Stacy, and he
Yeah,
has the web.
I feel like both that and the one you just referenced is like a reference to that comic book where Gwen Stacy dies in.
Yeah, but that's how it actually happens in the comics. Gwen
Yeah,
Stacy
on the
dies.
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this one happens on a bridge as well.
Yeah.
I love the scene where he thinks there's a woman still in the apartment, and it turns out to be Green Goblin. That's like so Sam Raimi. That's like so Evil Dead. It's the jump scare is so. There's some jump scares in this.
There's some scary scenes in this.
yeah.
In this movie and the second one.
When Norman is just woke up from his accident and he's like, last night I was boom, and there's
Yeah.
there's a big sudden like jump scare. It's so fucking frightening.
When he
dude.
tries to kill Aunt May. Oh, speaking of
Oh,
Aunt May and
yeah.
Uncle Ben, I think
Yeah.
this is the best Aunt May and Uncle Ben depiction.
Yeah.
Because
I like Marissa Tomei a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like she's too young. Like
Yeah,
Marissa
it's a
Tomei.
different take. It's more like what is an ant?
Yeah, yeah.
It makes sense. Like why is the ant so old in these
Yeah.
movies? If you really think about it,
I know,
was
but-
Peter's parents like how? What was the age gap between
Well,
the siblings?
I like how they don't mention anything about Peter's parents really in this movie
Yeah.
because with the Andrew Garfield one, they try to have some kind of secondary
Holy
storyline,
shit.
and
I
it made
remember
no
that.
sense.
Yeah,
and, like,
it
and
was
they never
garbage.
concluded it. They never
No,
concluded it.
Yeah, no, it was garbage. They like worked for Oscorp.
Yeah.
In the second one, they had like a extended plane crash sequence with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't mention them at all. They mentioned him maybe once or twice.
Yeah, but he
no.
was like, I don't have a dad, and that's pretty much all he says about.
Yeah, his name was Ben
His
Parker.
name's Ben Parker. Yeah.
And that's not his dad,
Yeah.
obviously. So, and then they kind of do the opposite with No Way Home with Uncle Ben. They kind of just don't mention him at all.
I mean, I think they mentioned him for like a second. But I don't think they mentioned him at all like that trilogy.
Yeah, it's weird because that's
Yeah.
such a pivotal moment in the series, and I understand why you don't want to retell it again.
Mm-hmm.
But like
I expect them
that
to
was
kill-
something missing from that movie. You know what I mean?
I know that I didn't expect them to kill Aunt May in that movie. I did not. Expect
I didn't
that at
expect
all.
them at all too. But this is not like a No Way Home discussion. But I always thought that the whole trilogy was just the origin story of the real origin story of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he starts to actually learn responsibility. Because think about it.
Well, I think the ending of that movie is probably my favorite ending to any MCU movie.
Really?
Yeah, when it's more. It's kind of like what
It reminded me a lot
That's
like
Spider-Man 2.
like Spider-Man 2 and just like this original trilogy in general.
Yeah.
Because it has that. Because I love how they pick him swinging in this movie.
Mhm.
It feels grand, man. Like when
Yeah.
you see it in like the new ones, the new Tom Holland ones, he's swinging. It doesn't really feel like grand or just impressive. But every single time they show him swinging in this movie, there's some cinematic quality to it that the new ones don't have.
Yeah, I feel like no, I agree with that because in 2002,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of
Obviously, they had more
yeah.
time on their hand too.
well,
with this.
but I think it looks more realistic in this movie than it does in the
That's what I'm
Tom
saying.
Holland ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, man, because like these CG artists, they don't have time to like
Yeah.
really polish up their stuff now.
Well,
But
the
like back in the
CG
day, it's different.
Have you seen She-Hulk?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
CG is
yeah.
horrible. I think it's so bad.
Dude, it looks like a FIFA character.
It looks horrible.
Right off of WWE 2K14 or something.
Yeah, it does not look finished. It looks
Yeah.
like it's in like maybe beta.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind that because it's a TV show.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have less like if
But
I'm
it's
watching it on a
Disney.
small screen, but imagine watching that on a big screen.
Oh, I
That is
would-
going to be even more noticeable. You know what I mean? How shitty the CG is.
I didn't even finish
But it's
that
an
show.
overall
Yeah.
problem within the MCU recently. Like the new Black Panther,
I haven't seen that movie yet.
they have a new Iron Man and the suit looks like shit. Like how does a suit from 2022 look worse than the one that looks
2008?
like in 2008? And it's because they're just rushing, man. They
Who's
have no
Iron Man?
time. I
Or the new
forget the
one?
character's name. It's just it's just some college student.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Falcon and Winter Soldier show?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's kind of like they chose someone to be the new Iron Man. That they chose.
Yeah,
the new Captain
yeah, but at
America.
least Falcon is like established. Like he's been in the series
No,
since
but-
the second.
No, I mean the other guy that the government chooses. In the Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh,
The one white
yeah,
guy?
it's not like that.
Oh,
It's not
no?
like that.
Okay.
It's like Wakanda. Wakanda needs it's complex. I don't want to explain the plot to Wakanda
Yeah.
forever. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. It felt like filler.
Is it good at least?
I think the Black Panther movies are overrated, but I think this one was a little better than the first one. Actually, no. I take that back. It was missing Chadwick Boseman so much. Like I felt like
Yeah.
a giant hole, which it just felt
it doesn't feel
missing.
right.
It didn't feel right.
I think Michael B. Jordan is really good in the first Black Panther.
First off, I have a new shelf rating. You heard it, right?
Yeah, I have heard it. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you gonna give the first Spider-Man?
Probably top shelf.
Top shelf.
Top shelf.
I'll go with top shelf
It's
as
not.
well.
It's not the best, but it's up there. I think it's
Yeah.
one of. I think it started something very important,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said before, it kind of ruined how movies are viewed today.
I have to disagree,
because-
man.
no, because,
I would
like, I
have
know
to
that-
disagree because, like, first off, this was not even the first big Marvel movie to come out.
But it's probably the biggest at the time.
Yeah, but if there was no X-Men, there would be no Spider-Man.
I don't know about that, honestly. I think that's a good.
Marvel
movie.
was bankrupt. That's why they sold their rights to their characters to all these studios, and that's why they don't have the rights to make movies for Spider-Man because they
Yeah.
sold it all those years ago. These characters were not popular at all. The fact that they made an X-Men movie was weird.
Well, in the '90s, they had made. Did you see the Blade movies?
Yeah, that was.
That's
But I
such
feel
an
like those were
unpopular
not
character.
those were not superhero movies. Those
That's
were like
Marvel though.
they were like I feel like they were riffing on the Matrix low key with those movies.
But they're actually pretty good. The first one's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
But is it like a superhero movie though?
No, not really.
No, okay.
But it's still Marvel because
Yeah.
you have Wesley Snipes playing a vampire slayer who's a vampire.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the Marvel movies before this. So you got the X-Men movies, you got the Blade movie. I think there was a Punisher movie.
Yeah, I think that
before
was,
that too in the
like,
80s
Oh, in the '80s
with
maybe.
Dolph Lundgren. If I am completely wrong with that, I'll look it up. But
You also
yeah.
have there's Hulk movies in the '70s.
Oh, the Hulk TV show. That's
Oh,
right.
was it a TV show or was it
Yeah,
a movie?
it was a TV show.
Oh, okay.
And even Spider-Man had a TV show. It was
Was
shit.
it the animated one or the...
No, it was like a live action
Oh.
1970s one. It wasn't that popular, so I'm guessing it wasn't that good.
See, I feel like no, like you said, X-Men wasn't popular. I think Spider-Man was always popular.
Yeah.
Since its creation by
Yeah.
Stan Lee, and I feel like Stan Lee also, he really didn't create all of them by himself. He took too much credit, I think.
Well, yeah, because he's created Spider-Man, he created Ant-Man, he created all the original ones from the 60s, but if you
Yeah.
go to like, he didn't create like,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, he didn't create Guardians of the Galaxy, he didn't create Venom,
Yeah.
he didn't create, all the newer characters.
Deadpool,
But he's created a big amount of the characters.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man. If you created Spider-Man, I feel like,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Spider-Man is.
It's such a unique
Marvel,
character,
yeah.
and I love him. He's my favorite superhero because he's an everyman, and
Oh, you know what I was wondering?
Yeah.
The Uncle Ben quote, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Yeah.
Is that an original quote from that movie?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I think no, it's not. It's
Yeah.
from the original comic book, I believe.
But is that original?
It's not.
From
It's
that
not
either, or is that
I
just
don't
like
know.
a public domain kind of thing?
I don't know. It sounds pretty generic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because whenever I see like best movie quotes, it's always
Yeah.
quoting that movie with Uncle Ben.
They try to do it in the Amazing Spider-Man, but they try to turn it around.
What do you say? I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
But he says something like, "Oh, if you don't do it, you gotta be responsible," or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like, nah, it doesn't work. I wanted to bring up, shout out Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah,
for being in this-
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But Bonesaw, one of the most,
So funny.
dude, it's so funny. Like these like girls like harassing Spider-Man,
Yeah, it's so
and you have
funny.
Bruce Campbell
Yeah.
as the announcer, who is like a regular for Sam Raimi. He's also in Doctor Strange as well.
Oh,
as
speaking
the
of Doctor
pizza guy.
Strange, when we
Yeah.
go to the second movie, I want to talk
Yeah.
about that movie. Tobey Maguire called himself the Human Spider.
Yeah, and then
he changed
called
it to
it
Spider-Man.
He got so pissed. He's like, "You got my name wrong. It's the Human Spider."
But it's weird how when he's at the wrestling match, he
Yeah.
has the shitty outfit, and then after Uncle Ben dies,
Yeah, that's right.
he gets money to make the better suit from nowhere. He has
That's
$100
true.
and that's it. And then the one guy gets robbed, and
This-
the guy who we think kills Uncle
Yeah.
Ben gets away. But he only got $100. How did he afford the whole latex suit?
I don't know how he made that suit, man.
Because the
He should
Tom
be making
Holland
costumes if as a
Yeah.
profession,
Like,
if anything.
the Tom Holland one, he was gifted that from Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I don't remember where
They don't really address it in the Amazing Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, I don't know where he got
so
from that one, but I think his parents were rich in that one at least.
I don't think so. He still lives in Queens.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Oh, where would you rate it though? I think you said top shelf too, right?
yeah, I would have gave it a top shelf.
Top shelf.
I just want to shout out a few of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Bonesaw, we have he stinks and I don't like him. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Made the most of his 2 seconds, literally. I remember him from like even as a kid. The girl, she's like, oh, he's tight and he got those tight little and it
Yeah.
cuts. It's
Yeah.
so fucking funny, that one. We have the emo girl who's like, guy with 8 legs sounds kind of hot.
Yeah.
It's great. The guitar guy.
Oh, it's Spider.
Dressed like a spider.
No, but
We should all give him one big hug.
that's the theme from the TV show.
Yeah,
the
look
animated
out,
show.
woo, comes the Spider-Man. It's so good.
I think my favorite transitional character. You
Yeah.
remember the general in the beginning where he's like trying to shut down Norman's project down,
Yeah.
and then he funds another project, and then
I already
and then-
seen the glider.
and then Norman. Well, the transition of Norman killing him.
Yes,
and then,
and then the
graduating.
graduated
That's-
hats. Oh my God,
That's so
yes.
funny. It's so
But it's kind
funny.
of like a comic book.
Yeah.
How it would be like, it's just explosion, next scene. It's so good.
When I watched it the other day, I forgot how funny that was.
Yeah.
It's just like no,
No!
yay,
Yeah.
congratulations,
It's
chess
so
team.
good.
Jeez.
Who else?
Oh, we didn't mention Harry at all.
Oh yeah, James Franco.
You know,
He's alright. At least in this, his character becomes way better in the second and third one.
yeah.
Third one we'll
Third
get
one,
to.
that's
We'll get
no,
to.
yeah.
But in the second one at least, he's a good friend to Peter.
Yeah.
As far as this one goes.
I mean, but he does steal
it
Mary
do-
Jane from him though.
Yeah, it does set up the tension quite recent. Like like almost immediately there's tension between him and
Peter.
her and Mary Jane.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, because like in the beginning when Peter is like, oh, these spiders, you know, they disguise themselves in their natural
Yeah.
habitat. He's like, that's lame, and then he tells Mary Jane, and then
Well,
she's like, oh, that's interesting.
This is what I mean about Peter and how he's kind of like nervous about like approaching people with
Yeah.
shit. Harry's like, go talk to her.
Yeah.
And Peter's like, oh, you go talk to her.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, buddy. That's
he
your
kinda
fault.
lost,
That's
yeah.
your fault. That you shouldn't get too mad that he started dating her, because right there it's kind of your fault. But they eventually realize it's not gonna work out for them.
Oh, the one scene when
Yeah.
the Oscorp, like the higher ups of Norman, when he kills them with the bomb,
Yeah.
and they turn into skeletons.
Holy shit!
That
dude.
did not age very well. I mean,
That
like,
did not age very
No.
well, and like
it looked so bad.
it was
but so funny.
it was slightly overboard.
Yeah.
It was like you went a little too far.
Because you have one bomb, they turn into skeletons.
Yeah.
But
and it's
in
not
the
the
third-
greatest
and-
looking CG skeletons
But then
too.
in the third movie, I don't want to get too far ahead, but when
Yeah.
Harry gets the bomb, he's kind of fine. Just has a little scarring on his face.
I don't know what type of technology that was, but
Yeah.
he should have probably used that a lot more often.
Yeah, they turned literally into skeletons right away. Like
Yeah.
no flesh.
That's our glider.
Yeah.
You know how much I sacrificed? He's so good,
He's like,
man.
out am I? And
Yeah.
he throws the bomb.
Yeah.
Or whatever that, I don't know what that even is.
There's just so many good background. Can't believe I didn't even bring up J.K. Simmons.
Oh,
who is
J.
perfect
Jonah
cast-
Jameson.
Yeah,
Amazing.
who's perfect casting. Probably, I'll be honest with you. This is my favorite comic book performance. Just page to screen. It is perfect. Like if you read or even watch any of the cartoons or anything, it's right on the nose, and it exceeds it to the point where like every single scene that he's in is hilarious.
It's so funny that he's J. Jonah Jameson, also the We Are Farmers guy.
That is true. That is true. He's just
I
such a
can't
good
imagine
actor
that.
too.
Yeah.
He's also Jim Gordon in the DC universe. I don't know how far they're gonna go with that, but he's
Well, he was Jim Gordon. Was it?
in Justice League, if you remember.
You mean? Oh, I mean, but isn't the new Jim Gordon someone else now? The new Batman.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah.
But
I do. I watched the movie once. Though,
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
he's also J. Jonah Jameson in the new movies too.
Yeah.
However, he is a little bit neutered. He's like an Alex Jones type of character
Yeah,
now.
he seems like a very far right.
Yeah, it's not
journalist.
as fun anymore.
Yeah, no.
You know? Yeah, we can get to the second one now. Honestly,
I'm probably gonna agree with you on the statement, but
huge. And I'm not saying like the first one was like bad or anything, but it is a pretty by the numbers superhero movie, and I can understand why if someone would watch it now, they wouldn't be so amazed by it. However, Spider-Man 2, I do not say this like lightly, is one of the best fucking movies ever made.
I completely agree.
I love this movie
It's
so
amazing.
much. It is my favorite superhero movie. It embodies everything I want in a superhero movie. It tells the superhero experience and what it's like to not like I don't know what it really like to be a superhero because the superheroes don't exist. However, it shows like realistically the life to work balance.
Mm-hmm.
How it would affect your social life, how it would affect your love life, how would it affect you as a person in general.
It's the
you know?
benchmark of superhero movies.
Yeah.
Like you want to be Spider-Man 2 when you make a superhero movie.
Yeah. You have a great villain.
Yeah.
You have a perfect score. We mentioned the score before. I love how it opens.
Yeah.
I love how it recaps the first one in like these highly detailed painted like these
The intro, yeah.
I love how it recaps like the first one in these painted intros. It's so cool. And like right from the start, we have the pizza scene.
Oh, one of the
Dude,
most iconic scenes.
so good.
In any movie.
29, like the 29 Joe's Guarantee. Have you ever been there?
I've not been there.
I went there a long time ago. My dad took
it's
me.
real? I didn't know it was real.
It's a real pizzeria. They literally have a sign that says, "You've seen us in Spider-Man 2." It's so funny.
But I think the beginning is the narration is a little cheesy. I find narration in general kind of cheesy, but I feel like him looking at Mary Jane, looking at what could have been if he, but he's protecting her. Of course, he still loves her. He's always loved her.
Yeah,
and
right from the start, that's the main theme of the movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then she's acting, and he's a fucking piece of delivery guy. But he's a piece of delivery guy, a college student, and also
a photographer,
and a vigilante / hero. He's a
all
hero,
in one. And then meanwhile, everyone is treating him like shit.
Yeah,
everyone. He got the pizzas late. They're not paying for him. He gets fired.
Mm-hmm.
We transition right to J. Jonah Jameson saying he's fired.
Yeah.
He's not getting too much money on his photos. No. He goes back. He doesn't even remember it's his birthday.
No, he had no idea. No, the thing though, I wanted to mention the J. Jonah Jameson scene.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name, but the second editor, you know what I'm talking about?
The gray haired dude with the black dude. The gray-haired dude? Yeah.
I think he knows he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's like, I heard
Spider-Man was there. Yeah,
yeah.
I do. Yeah, I think he knows he's Spider-Man too. I think
him and Aunt May both know. Cause he's like, how the hell are you getting these amazing pictures of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
By yourself.
We'll get to that. There's a conversation that she has with him later on that I think basically shows her cards about what she really thinks about. But he doesn't even know it's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
They surprise him. Harry immediately. We forget. I can't believe I forgot to mention. But in the first one, the final fight
Oh, no,
is so good.
Probably one of the best final fights in a superhero movie.
I love how the music cuts and you feel every impact of every punch.
It's kind of horrifying, honestly.
Yeah,
it's just scary. Like Sam Raimi,
it's brutal too. Like
you see his horror movie background during these fights. Especially in this movie, we'll get to it later. There's another horrifying scene in this movie, but in the first one, we never mentioned when Spider-Man or Peter brings dead Norman back to his house, and Harry sees him.
And immediately, like, Harry eggs him on about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I bet you're taking pictures with your boy Spider-Man.
But the thing is, though, like, his father hated him, but he wants to believe that his father didn't hate him. He thought Norman thought Harry was, like, a disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole movie, you see that until the end where Harry is Norman finally embraces Harry.
Yeah.
And that's when he dies.
Yeah, but that's
what's tragic about it too, because he feels like his father finally accepted him, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
That I just noticed that I didn't, because that scene is pretty pivotal.
Well, it was after he finds out that MJ
broke up with him.
And when he walks in the hospital when Aunt May is in the hospital and he sees MJ and Peter holding hands.
And then that's the resentment. That's where the resentment starts. And I'm trying to make a point that these at least the first two movies are building up to Harry being the big villain.
And then we'll talk about it later. But yeah,
they really set up Harry being like the big baddie of them all.
The setup is amazing.
Yeah,
but we have to talk about Otto. Otto before he's the villain.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I wanted to spring up in the party though. How sad it is that Aunt May is asleep. And Peter tries to wake him up, and she says, "Oh, hi, Ben."
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
But then later on in the movie, when she finds out what actually happened, is heartbreaking.
Yeah, and like when she like takes him, like, you could take this money.
Yeah, because
she's. You're right. She is like the best Aunt May. No, so sincere.
Well, I feel like she's more of an aunt than you have. Sally Fields is the other Aunt May in the Spider-Man. You have, I forget, the Marissa Tomei, who's also My Cousin Vinny in the newer Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
But I feel that they're too young. Even Sally Fields.
And I feel like she's
young.
a little bit absent. At least Marissa Tomei's character.
Yeah.
She's kind of like. I think it just comes down to screen time.
Yeah.
This Aunt May has way more screen time.
She's definitely the best one.
Yeah.
She's definitely more of a mother figure than the other two are. Because the newer one, she's kind of like a friend to Peter. Not really a mother figure or anything.
Tries to be the cool mom.
Yeah, the cool mom, like Mean Girls, you know.
Oh yeah. Shout out the second episode.
Yeah. Like no, I think the part when you see that her house is foreclosure, and she tries to give the money to Peter.
Yeah.
That's like all she has. It's only $20. Like 20 bucks. It's not a lot of money, and Peter knows to her it's a lot because she's broke.
Yeah,
her house.
He's
is being
also
foreclosed.
broke as well too, and he doesn't accept it.
Yeah,
that's what makes it so like kind of hard on him, you know. Like shit, I'm not making money. My aunt's not making money. Everyone else seems to be doing good.
Yeah, even Harry, he's head of Oscorp now.
Yeah, so let's get to it. Otto, Octavius, Alfred Molina.
Oh, dude, I think
you said that it's the best villain. You said Willem Dafoe's the best villain.
Willem Dafoe's the best villain, but I
believe
you think Otto's better.
I think Otto as a character is a lot more interesting, and I have more empathy honestly for him than I do for Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is just kind of crazy and like, Jesus Christ, man, just get some help. But like for Otto, I feel when I see him turn bad, I get disappointed. You know, like, this is not you, man.
You never trust AI, man. AI is going to be the downfall of our race. It's going to be the downfall of our species.
Shout out Megan.
Yeah, I haven't seen Megan. I've seen you talked about Megan a lot. I saw a lot of reviews for it. It's more of a comedy than anything else, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not like a horror movie. The scene where what is it called? Tritium. Yeah, I love the name.
Fake element.
I know, but it's way better. Okay, it's way better
vibranium.
than not vibranium. Yeah, it's better than vibranium. Yeah. Tritium just sounds cool.
It sounds more real.
Vibranium just sound like made up.
It does sound made up.
It's better than unatanium. Unatanium from Avatar.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking
Have you seen
break.
the new one? I haven't seen the new one.
The new one. It's pretty good.
Was it worth it?
I mean, it's been 13 years So yeah, I'd say it's worth it. But
Worth it,
I
yeah.
think the new one, the next one, won't be as like whoa because it'll be only 2 years since the last one.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I saw the trailer for it. It looks the same. I feel like it's been 13 years. It looks
no,
almost
go
the
back,
same.
look at the 2009 one. It doesn't hold up as well as you think it does.
Is there more hair sets in this one? No, I saw this thing. It's like, how was Avatar at the time when it was the best selling, or not best, highest grossing movie ever?
Yeah.
But I couldn't name you one character from the movie. After Jake Sully,
I feel
couldn't
like
name anyone
Avatar.
else.
I feel like Avatar is more of a, like, oh, you're there just for the spectacle. You're not
Yeah.
there just to find out the ending to this basically this 20-year. I mean, this 10-year build up. You know.
You can't watch Endgame without watching anything else. You can watch Avatar
Yeah.
without watching.
You can watch the second one
Yeah.
without watching the first one.
Oh yeah.
And you could be like, oh, I understand what's going on. You'll get that. You get the point. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It basically retells the first one. What were we on? Oh, Tritium.
Tritium.
It doesn't go good for him.
No.
His wife dies.
Yeah. No, I feel so bad because like
yeah. Very
ten,
Sam Raimi
10
as
minutes
well, too.
before, you have his Peter wants to make MJ fall in love with him, and Otto is like, oh, read her poetry. That's what I did with
Yeah.
His wife was a lit major and
Yeah.
he was a science guy, and she didn't know anything about science. So he's like, I'll just learn poetry to impress her, and that's what Peter does. And Peter,
See, that's what
looks
I
up
mean
to
about
him.
like Peter. He's so sincere.
Yeah.
Like he's so like, oh, like he actually is putting in the effort.
At least these two villains has a very strong connection with both of them.
Yeah.
Like Otto was like one of Peter's idols.
Yeah.
His professor, Dr. Connors, good friends with Otto because they're both physicists.
They eventually were gonna set him up as the lizard.
Oh, Dr. Connors. He wasn't Dr. Connors in the Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never
was a
got
lizard.
to it though in this series.
Yeah, because the next movie kind of ruined it. But no, I think Otto is also very sincere. He knows Peter is a very like Norman. Norman cared
Yeah.
about Peter. Otto obviously sees something in Peter that he didn't see in most people.
Yeah.
Because Peter warns him, what if the AI eventually, it's not you. What if that happens? But he has the inhibitor chip that, when the experiment happens,
It breaks.
it breaks.
Of course.
And I'm not into brains. It was like the cerebellum is like the main focus of the deeper brain.
Uh-huh.
Is that what it was?
Oh, I don't know. You're asking the wrong person over here. Spider-Man saves the day, he saves Harry.
And then he's like, this doesn't change anything.
I
And he's
know.
like,
Dude, he's so smug when he's like, yeah, he touched me.
Yeah,
I can't believe
yeah.
it. What did
I
he
was
say?
humiliated because he touched
Touched
me.
me.
Yeah.
He puts on his shades, his douchey
Yeah.
shades, and like gets in his limo.
Well, I find it interesting because at this point he's not really revengeful. I feel like he gets more, hatred filled at the end of this movie.
Yeah. Well, he has daddy issues, man, and
Yeah.
unresolved daddy issues now.
Yeah. As soon as him and his dad were getting close.
Yeah, exactly.
It was taken away from him.
I wonder where his mom is at.
I think they have portraits of her in the back in the movie.
Yeah,
But never
probably.
talk about her at all.
Yeah, I don't know. She probably died because now he has a portrait of Norman where
Yeah.
that portrait was. So I'm assuming that's where they put the dead relative.
Oh, speaking of like the house, the butler is so weird to me.
Yeah.
He's like,
We'll
Well,
get.
not-
Well, you know,
yeah,
we'll bring up the
yeah.
butler in the third one because
Yeah.
that butler has a very pivotal, like, heartfelt moment.
yeah, it's so random. In the first two movies, he's just there.
He's just
He's just there.
You know what? At least they kept it consistent. It's not like the butler showed up in the third one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, it's the same actor at least.
Yeah. He's in the hospital now with Dr. Octopus. and
Oh,
we
this scene is horrifying.
we get a Evil Dead short film.
Yeah.
I love how we see the POV. First off, I love how we see the POV of the
tentacles,
arms.
Yeah.
And the arms, they use actual practical arms, not the CG shit. So like when she's doing like the chainsaw and like I just love it, man.
yeah,
I love
as a
how the
kid,
music
This
hits.
horrified me as a kid.
Dude,
This is like the scariest scene in any Spider-Man movie to this date, I think.
it's kind of reminds me of like the Doctor Strange a little bit. The one
that Sam Raimi directed?
Yeah, I kind of like that one. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it.
I'm very mixed on it.
I wasn't too big on how it ended, but
Yeah.
I thought it was a fun time as far as like Marvel movies
The thing
go.
with these new Marvel movies, if you didn't watch WandaVision, you would have no what the fuck is going
That's the
on.
problem. But
WandaVision
like
is good though. I like
that's
WandaVision.
the thing. Like, how would I even judge it now? Because like I know I can't like take out WandaVision out of my memory. It's gonna have it plays a factor in how I'm gonna
Did you see
enjoy
it
it.
before Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was pretty good. I
So
actually
like I
liked
was on
the
board.
show. Yeah.
I was like, it felt like I was watching a season finale of the show.
Yeah.
A good season finale of the show. WandaVision season finale was shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was pretty bad. The show, like, I think the beginning of the show is really good.
Yeah.
It's
I was so
amazing. Yeah.
disappointed. So I kind of saw Doctor Strange as like a redo of the season finale.
See,
You know what I mean?
I thought it was almost very good, but the girl annoyed me. I forget her name. America.
Oh yeah, America Chavez.
I don't really. She wouldn't have a
They-
purpose.
they're
Like she
not-
can like go into
As-
multiverse.
They're gonna have problems with new characters, man.
Yeah.
Because no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like no one gives a fuck. They really have to be a good character, or they're not gonna. No one's gonna attach to
'Cause
them. Because at
every-
least Captain Marvel, they have their fan base. I think in the movie Captain Marvel is an ass character,
I don't like.
but
Captain Marvel.
it's the character has its own fan base, and it's the movie made $1 billion, but like there's not many America Chavez fans. There's not many.
I prefer Monica Rambeau in WandaVision. The
Yeah.
she's gonna be the
New Marvel,
new Captain Marvel. I think she's better than this Captain Marvel. I don't like Brie Larson. I think she's annoying. As much as I love Scott Pilgrim versus the World,
Oh
love
yeah,
that movie.
yeah.
She's in that movie. I think she's great in that movie. But as a person, she seems so
21
annoying.
Jump Street.
Oh, I never saw those movies.
Yeah.
Never saw those movies. But
So he breaks out of the hotel, the hospital.
yeah.
And you said you wanted to bring up the Doctor Strange.
Yes.
They brought up
yeah.
Doctor Strange in one of the.
Oh yeah, they were like, they're naming the possible names for Otto Octavius's villain name.
Mm-hmm.
He says Doctor Octopus. Like no, it's Doctor Strange. Oh, it's
Yeah.
good, but it's taken.
It's taken. Yeah.
And then it's so funny how years did he direct the first one or just the second one?
You just directed the second one. Yeah.
And but you see the horror movie aspects in that movie too, like when Wanda
Yeah.
is going after Doctor Strange and his
the way she comes out of like that mirror dimension.
hor- it's-
Remember that?
I think that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
That chase scene.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
the
best
kind of
part.
what I was referring to, and like the
Yeah.
zombie Doctor Strange at the end.
Yeah.
I feel like that was totally his idea.
Mhm.
That was not like I don't think a Disney executive was like, oh hey, we should maybe add in like the zombie Doctor Strange.
I think that was
would be
last
cool.
minute though. I feel like he came up with the zombie
Yeah.
during filming.
You
He's
know what?
like,
I don't mind that because
Yeah.
that's straight from his idea. It's not that you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
just not like a studio head thinking, oh maybe we could get a lot of money for making it's
Yeah,
it's a
'cause
genuine decision.
I feel like he was stuck where he was in the story. It's
Yeah.
like what are we gonna do? Oh, remember in the beginning when we killed the other Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Was just bring him back to life.
The train
Oh,
fight.
it's one of the most iconic.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not super familiar with the city. There isn't a train that goes through the city like that, right?
No.
Yeah. There's
It,
no.
it, it looks like Chicago. It doesn't
Yeah,
look like it doesn't look like New York City.
Yeah.
The only above trains are in the Bronx
Yeah.
and Queens.
Because they're mostly in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
clearly
Yeah,
in
there's-
Manhattan.
yeah, that's not-
You
there's-
see the end of you see the Hudson River or
Yeah.
yeah.
Because Philly has that, but not New York.
No, it's totally made up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's awesome.
You have Joey Diaz in the train.
That's what I mean. Like all the background characters. Okay, let's go over a few of the background characters. Hey, he stole that guy's pizza.
Yeah.
That guy was so good. He made the best of
Yeah.
that mark. You're late. I'm not paying for those. That woman, very sassy. I love the way she chews her gum.
When he does the flip over the off the motorcycle, whoa! How'd you do that?
Yeah.
Eat your green vegetables, work
That's
out.
what my mom is always telling me.
Yeah.
I love those kids. There's a girl, like, there's a police car about to fall on her. And then she sees the web and she's like, go, Spidey,
Yeah.
go!
Oh, there's the actor.
She's great.
Who's the usher? Who's also in Spider-Man 3. You know the usher during Mary Jane's.
Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell is also
he's
the
also
usher.
he's also the waiter in Spider-Man
in
3.
Spider-Man 3.
But
I love
yeah,
that running bit.
Yeah.
Oh, the Chinese woman.
Oh, the Spider-Man.
Man, yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I love these movies because the city feels alive.
Yeah, it does feel like.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, it feels lived in. And, like, in the new ones, when there's a big battle going on, you don't feel... It doesn't feel as tangible.
You feel
what I mean? You don't...
You feel the love that New York has for Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, and,
These
like,
movies.
just the city is such a character, and I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh
Man.
yeah. And then in the even the Andrew Garfield ones, you don't really feel that
Yeah.
at all.
And
But in this,
the
like, you
biggest
feel
moment is when
they're
he gets
carrying him
knocked
on the
out.
train.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're carrying him on the train, and there's Joey Diaz and those little kids that say, "Oh, we won't tell nobody."
And the one guy is like, he's just a kid, not older
Like,
than my son.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's so good. You want to
It's
go through
really
me? You got to go through.
Yeah.
What does Joey Diaz say?
He's like, want to go through him? Yeah,
You gotta go through me.
Yeah. He's just, yeah. I think that was before he was
Big.
big, yeah.
How did he get in the movie though? It's such a weird story.
I mean, he's from
New York.
New
He's a
York,
New Yorker.
See, I always thought he was Italian, but he's Cuban. He's
Oh,
not.
okay.
He's not even Italian. He's,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Diaz.
Diaz. That
yeah.
makes sense. And then even in the first one, it's very okay. I think this was shot right after 9/11. So,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have a lot of patriotic, like you
Oh,
mess
the
with
flag,
New York.
Yeah, you messed with
Yeah,
all those.
yeah, yeah.
I
You
think
messed
it
with
might have
one
been
of
like
us.
during.
Well,
it might
actually,
have happened while they were
yeah, they
filming.
were filming. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there was a lot of that in there, and like even an early teaser had Spider-Man capture like helicopter in between
Oh,
the
yeah,
Twin
I've
Towers,
seen that, yeah.
and they cut out the ad right after that happened.
There's a lot of movies that had changes. Like, have you ever seen the changes they made to Lilo and Stitch?
Oh really? Oh, with the plane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the plane.
they were on. It was supposed to be through like a city,
Yeah,
right?
through city, but they had
But
like
they
a
had to-
spaceship through like the
It's like a
the
grass
Hawaiian
planes,
grass
yeah.
planes. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's interesting.
it's still engraved in everyone's
Yeah.
minds, and
I'm sure they
yeah.
would have. I'm sure they had to like take out any exteriors with the Twin Towers in it, or any like background.
Well, I
things.
watched a video. It's called "What Movies Did After 9/11."
Yeah,
A lot of movies kept the Twin Towers in, and then theaters would like erupt with applause whenever they would show the Twin Towers. And
really.
I feel like removing the Twin Towers would make it that Al Qaeda wins.
That's true.
Because I
but
feel
you don't
like-
see it in here,
No,
and I'm pretty sure they filmed it like
they probably I don't
in
know.
2001.
It's a hard topic to talk, especially then when
Yeah,
it just happened.
yeah.
Like, should we include it? Like,
Especially it's just like a Spider-Man movie too. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, you know what I mean?
But there are movies that came out after 9/11 that had the Twin Towers in the background, and people
Yeah.
would like erupt in applause whenever it would be on screen.
What the hell were we on? Oh yeah, background characters. There's just a lot of them that I
I'm
love.
trying to think what other background characters that were noted, because there are a lot in the second one, a lot more than the first one that I find more interesting. Oh, I mean, in the second one.
There's a little kid. I forget his name that is helping Aunt May pack.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's having that conversation with
Well, this was after he told Aunt May what actually happened to Uncle Ben.
Yes, you want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably one of the most important scenes in the entire series.
It's heartbreaking.
Because Aunt May thinks of Peter as such this smart, tame kid who would, he loves his family, puts his family first. And he feels so bad. He's like, Aunt May, I gotta tell you, I wasn't studying at the library. I was trying to get money to buy a car to impress Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells her, I could have stopped the criminal. I mean, we still at this point think it's the one that Peter let go, but it actually wasn't him. We'll get that later.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was just so dumb. But anyway, I want to stop for a second. I think the third movie, it completely ruins the scene between
It does ruin the
Peter and
scene.
Aunt May, because Peter takes full responsibility for the death.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even the guy. But anyway,
Yeah.
he tells her about what actually happened that night.
And it holds on him.
Oh, yeah,
You
and
don't
he-
even see her reaction
Yeah.
until he admits the whole entire thing.
And then he tries to hold her hand, and she
Goes
bats
back,
away, and then
she
goes upstairs. Oh, it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Even watching it, I watched it yesterday, and I'm like, wow, I forgot how sad this movie
It's
is.
great,
That
man.
scene is.
It's great. You will never find that in like fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp
No.
or something like that. Maybe they'll attempt it, but
Well, Ant-Man and the Wasp is such a useless movie. That was the one that came out.
I'm talking about
after.
the new one.
Oh, Quantumania.
Yeah. I don't care.
No, Ant-Man. This is kind of an off topic. Ant-Man
Yeah.
and the Wasp, probably the most useless Marvel movie they've ever made. Did you see that movie?
I did.
It
It feels like a prototype of like
It's
the
filler.
Disney Plus show.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a filler movie.
Yeah.
Literally, all that happens is this takes place a little before Infinity War.
Yeah.
They save Oh, speaking of Ant-Man and the Wasp, the woman who plays the Wasp, I forget her name. She's in these movies. She's the secretary.
No.
Is that not her?
That's not her.
It's not her. I thought it was.
It looks like her. That's shit. It's Olivia. Fuck.
It looks like her.
Banks. Olivia Banks.
Olivia Banks.
Yeah, that's Olivia Banks. All right, future Ethan here. It's actually Elizabeth Banks, who is a director now. She's directing Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Cocaine Bear. Yeah, she's a pretty famous
But
actress.
yeah, so this movie is all filler until the end credit scene, which I think end credit scenes have completely ruined the movies.
Yeah.
Because
It's just what the audience waits for
yeah, I
now.
was like, oh, maybe we'll see this cool scene from a movie that's going to
'Cause,
come out
like,
in 5 years.
Think of the movie being really satisfying, but like if the end credit scene is not, that's all they'll be talking about is
That's
how
why
bad the end credit scene
I
was
love
bad.
Infinity War. Infinity War is probably one of my favorite MCU movies. There's no end
No
credit
end credit scene, yeah.
The ending came out of nowhere. I did not expect that to end
I did
on
not
that.
expect. I was thinking like
No, I
they
had
maybe
no
they'll end
idea.
on a bad note, but not that bad of a note.
Well, actually, it did have an end credit scene, but it was part of
No, Endgame is the one that had no end
Oh
credit
yeah.
scene.
Oh, you know, yeah. Infinity War had the end credit scene that
Yeah,
teased
Infinity
for
War-
Captain Marvel.
I didn't mind Infinity War having an end credit scene because obviously no shit.
Yeah.
Like no shit. There's gonna be more. You know what I mean?
But like when Thanos won, I'm like, oh, it's like an hour left,
Yeah.
right? To end.
No,
I did
yeah.
not expect that at all.
There's a meme on Twitter. It's like if that came out in 2004, there would be like Nickelback playing after the credits. Which, by the way, I
Yeah.
forgot to mention. Nickelback on the soundtrack
Yeah,
of the first one.
I don't know how I feel about Nickelback. I know they're not loved, but I feel like
It's just a meme that, like, of course, a Nickelback would have a song on this.
I don't know. Post grunge to me isn't great.
Yeah.
I don't like post grunge. I feel like
Um,
Pearl Jam kind of ruined. I love Pearl Jam is great, but
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder kind of ruined a genre.
You know, as a kid, I always played the DVD, and it's the last song. It's the song that plays during the credits, so I've heard it. Like,
If you watch the all the credits,
Yeah.
the last song they actually played the original Spider-Man.
Oh,
TV
yeah,
show.
yeah.
But I like how the Spider-Man
that-
theme is in every movie.
yeah, it does date the movie a little bit having the Nickelback song in
And
there.
Nickelback. What are your thoughts on Nickelback? I know
I
people
think
either
it's just a funny meme. I don't.
post grunge like Matchbox 20 also.
Yeah.
They've not aged very well.
It is funny how like that was a huge thing.
it was
like you would never
huge.
think how big it is, but like now it's just like, oh, Nickelback is just it's a I don't know. When it's not popular anymore, it's a lot less fun.
It's
to,
more of a meme now than
yeah.
anything else. Because whenever
and
I
if
hear
that's
the
also fits in with this movie because this movie is now a meme as well.
because whenever I hear the look at this photograph, I think
Yeah.
look at this
Giraffe
or
yeah,
giraffe
or
yeah.
graph or
Yeah.
math. Yeah, so Nickelback, shout out Nickelback.
Where are we? Oh, we're talking about Aunt May and
Yeah.
So after that scene, we don't see her for a while, and then he goes back.
And we see
Oh, so-
Nicky.
oh, yeah,
What's
wait.
his name? I forget the kid's name.
9-year-old kid.
Yeah.
But so before that conversation, when Peter tells her she didn't want to sell the house,
Yeah,
but after that, she's like, I gotta
that's
gotta leave.
true.
It's kind of sad. It really is. I don't know. How
Oh
they had a
my
house for her.
God! I never even really put that together.
Because she's
that
like,
she
because they were
just
at the
want.
loan office
'cause
trying to save the house.
Yeah.
And then he tells her, and then next time we see her, she's starting to move out.
Okay, I thought she moved out because she found out and she just couldn't bear with living in that
It
house anymore.
might have been that too. They didn't really
But
explain that. It might.
I
it might have been
thought
that.
that's what you were trying to say.
Well, no, I was trying to say that. I think.
but
it's
like
both.
she does meet. She's trying to sell the house before that though.
No, she's not. She's trying to save the house. She remember they're at the loan.
Oh,
they're at the bank.
oh.
We never mentioned her getting captured.
Yeah,
But yeah, she gets captured with Otto. I don't know how he puts that jacket on.
yeah.
How does that jacket go on? You know, like you wear a leather jacket.
I don't know. I
Because,
don't
like,
know the physics
you have to
of
like
this.
cut the back of the jacket
Yeah.
to put the.
I
Well,
just
anyways,
love the scaffolding. How like she's on the edge and like
she would have died. 100%.
Yeah.
She's like 70 years old and she's being swung around. She would have
Oh
had a
yeah,
heart attack.
we're talking about background characters. Shout out to the girl who screams directly into the camera.
Ah!
Yeah.
Was it a 3D movie when it came out?
No, that's just Sam Raimi being a fucking troll.
'Cause I feel like that's such a 3D movie thing to do.
Yeah, it's just as like let's just
Yeah.
perfectly framed, be in center frame to scream right into the camera. That's true. She did.
Yeah,
she
she's
probably
trying
did
to-
decide. Oh, I can't live here
But
anymore. I
it's sad.
can't.
But it's sad because she still loves Peter, but I
Yeah.
feel like overall she doesn't see him the same. But when we're talking about when she's packing everything up with the little kid, they talk about Spider-Man because he saved her, and when she's talking directly to Peter, and she's like, "Oh, the world needs more heroes to help us. We want Spider-Man back." She knows that he's Spider-Man, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's no doubt in my mind
I
that
think
she doesn't
that's
know.
the reason. I think she found out when he told him.
What do you
I
mean
think
when
she
he-
thinks when he told him about
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, about Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah. Well, also, like, when they're
And
at
it's so incredibly obvious if you look throughout the whole movie, all the
Yeah.
movies beforehand.
I mean, also, when they're at the bank and, like, Otto comes to steal the money and he runs away. And
Yeah.
she's like, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
think
true.
that probably
yeah.
gave it away, too.
He's just constantly getting shit on in this. We forgot to mention the astronaut who
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's John Jameson.
John Jameson.
I feel bad for John Jameson.
Why?
Because MJ is kind of an asshole. Because he's literally an astronaut. He's rich because of the Daily Bugle. He's always just been loyal to her. And then,
Yeah.
because...
I wish I saw more to his side, but
Yeah.
like, doesn't seem too interesting.
No, but
and
she's
like,
in love with Spider-Man because they have that one scene when he's
and
like
like,
laying his head
but like,
back.
I ask him, isn't it incredibly obvious she's into another guy?
Yeah.
I
Well, she's in
don't
love with
know.
Spider-Man, that's why.
You're willing to marry this woman who, even this when she asked to kiss him back, I can't believe we didn't bring up the upside down kiss.
Okay, wait, I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the most iconic
it's
shots
so
in cinema.
iconic now. Yeah, it is iconic.
In modern cinema, one of the most iconic shots in any movie, the
upside down
century.
kiss for sure is one of the
100%.
most. But in the second one, she asked him to do it again.
Yeah, because she
And-
thinks it might be him, or just see if it's him.
She doesn't seem impressed, and even by the look of her face, like, bro, pick up on the clues. Like, I don't know, she doesn't seem that interested in you anymore. You're
also-
about to marry her.
In Spider-Man 1,
Yeah.
when she kisses Peter,
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh my God, I've kissed those lips before." But she
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
know-
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
that's
But-
true, but she doesn't think he's Spider-Man quite
But
yet.
she says "I love you" to him out of nowhere.
What do you mean?
After Norman's funeral. I know we're going back and forth.
Yeah, with this, it's okay. It's the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But when they're at the funeral
Yeah.
for Norman, she's like, "I love you, Peter." That came out of nowhere.
It's well, they
I
had
don't-
no, it doesn't.
I think it
they
does.
had a heart-to-heart moment in the hospital.
Well, yeah,
They've been
because-
having heart-to-heart moments throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not that. I feel
and
like was
that
kind
love
of-
that love was always there, and they just never really said anything about that.
don't know.
That they're so flirty in the first scene together when they're in the backyard and they're
Yeah.
telling about their life. That is so flirty.
Yeah, but she's dating Flash at that time.
That's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like she's not ready to like open up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very classic. Like, oh, she doesn't realize who's good for her or whatever like that.
I'm sorry to go back even further, but
Yeah.
when they're in the high school, I forgot to mention this.
Yeah.
The scene when he catches Mary Jane and catches all the food on the tray.
Yeah, you think that was a turn on?
That took 150 tries.
Oh yeah,
It took
I completely
150
forgot.
tries.
No
I don't-
CG,
yeah.
completely.
She's like, wow,
legit.
great reflexes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, so
The
after so-
astronaut. Yeah.
Yeah, the astronaut. When they're at the planetarium,
Uh huh.
it's so obvious that Peter's jealous, and she
Yeah.
knows he's jealous. I think she's
Yeah.
doing it on purpose.
Dude, that is probably one of the worst nights of his life.
Yeah, like Harry hates him.
Yeah. First off, Harry hates him. His boss is there,
Yeah,
like screaming at him to take a bunch of pictures. And this is the night where Mary Jane announces that she's gonna be marrying this guy right in front of him. And right before that, she just rips into him for not going to.
She's like, oh, John's seen it 5 times. Harry's seen it twice. Even Aunt May showed up.
I know. Why would you not go with Aunt May? I'm sorry,
Yeah, that's
Peter. Why the
confusing.
fuck would you not go with Aunt May?
Yeah, but we don't. She doesn't know who he is yet.
Yeah,
but
Peter's very busy.
Yeah.
And he tried to go, but stupid Bruce Campbell didn't let him
but
in.
this is the night where he's like, you know what? Fuck Spider-Man.
Oh, it is.
I think after this,
Okay.
because he tries to web away, and then his powers stop working.
Yes, we haven't even brought up his powers not even working.
Well,
throughout
it
this whole
happens
movie.
right after this.
Yeah.
Scene, after that.
I love this is
Planetarium.
probably like I love this addition to the movie.
Yeah.
It's honestly when he leaves Spider-Man, his life is better.
Yeah, so much better. But the crime rate is so much worse.
Yeah.
The duality of man.
Yeah.
Do you want to be happy with the world is shit?
Yeah.
Or unhappy in the world is better
With
place?
great power comes great responsibility.
No, there's the dream.
That is the mission
What if-
statement of the movie. I feel like it actually lives up to it in this one.
Okay, I'm getting.
You know?
My favorite scene probably in the trilogy
Yeah.
is when he has a dream with Uncle Ben, Spider-Man 2.
Uh-huh.
When it's a dream.
Right before.
Right,
yeah.
right before he's like, I'm not Spider-Man anymore.
Yeah.
When Ben tells him that, he's like, I'm not Spider-Man. I'm Peter.
Yeah.
And then that's when he flips. He's like, I'm not Spider-Man. I'm Peter Parker.
Uh-huh.
And his life gets so much better. You
Yeah.
have raindrops falling
So
on my head
good,
montage.
dude.
He's eating
Like,
the hot dog, watching the
Oh
crime
my
happen.
yes, there's so many good moments throughout this. First, yeah, you mentioned it. Takes a massive bite out of a hot dog while he watches a
It's
police car
one
chase.
of the funniest scenes. But what's so funny about that
Yeah.
about that montage? You know when he's walking and there's like the freeze frame, it's like blurry.
Holy yeah,
That's
dude!
I don't get that.
I love that.
That's so
I love
stupid.
that.
But
It's like
it's
it's
so
such
funny,
a goofy
though.
moment because
Yeah.
it's he at the core he is a nerd. Like
Yeah.
Peter Parker's a nerd. He's not supposed to be like an attractive guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not supposed. And that freeze frame perfectly entitles like
'Cause, yeah, it was
the point of a
after-
freeze frame is to capture like a moment in
Yeah.
time to like really signify like this is the height of his happiness. And right there, right when Dr. Connor says, "Keep up the good work. You're
Yeah.
doing a good job." I'm like, finally, and he's like,
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's just so funny.
"Worrying me." And then it stopped, and then it goes back. It's so
It's
good.
so funny though.
He trips and falls,
Yeah.
and he gets back up, and then you just see him slowly walk, it like a model walk.
Yeah. And then he starts losing his powers, but because his vision's getting worse.
Yeah.
He's clumsier.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, he falls. He's
true,
not
yeah.
as strong. You just remember when
The bike thing too.
yeah, yeah. It's such a funny movie.
Yeah.
The montage is so funny. He's not Spider-Man anymore. He sees Mary Jane
Yeah.
at the play, and she's like, "What the hell? He's actually here?"
Yeah,
And she forgets her line.
he has the Riz at that
Yeah,
moment.
he has the Riz. He's
She's at a loss for word. And it's funny the way he acts afterwards. He thinks that like you got to remember he's still 19 in this movie.
that's insane. No, I think he's older than that because
No, he's still 19.
2 years have passed. Uncle Ben died. He's like maybe
Which
like
would make him 19, right?
I think like
1920.
21.
Okay, he's 2021. He's still young.
Yeah,
The way he acts right after the play, like he thinks that he's in.
yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you want to go to get lo mein or some
he's
shit
like,
like
I
that?"
saw your play once. Do you want to fuck now?
Like what a young person would think.
Oh,
like, it
yeah,
would
the
automatically
expectations
be-
are way too
yeah,
high.
way
Like,
too high of
I
expectations.
highly relate to that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what makes them so
yeah.
good, man. Like they have the best chemistry, man.
Yeah.
They do.
But
And
I
it's
mean,
funny. Every single Spider-Man has dated their Mary Jane in real life. Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst dated.
I didn't know that.
Andrew Garfield
Stone.
and Emma Stone.
They dated.
And now you have
Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Holland, which is
Well,
funny.
it's interesting how this is the only movie that has Mary Jane because you have Gwen Stefani. Sorry,
Gwen
Stacy.
Stefani. Yeah, Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then Mary.
Well, Gwen
Jo.
Stacy is in the third one as well.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that movie
we'll get to
doesn't
that.
count. And then Mary Jo is MJ. So it's not Mary Jane. She's Mary Jo.
Michelle Jones. or
Michelle
something
Jones.
wrong.
Michelle
Yeah,
Jones.
MJ.
But this is like the only MJ that's been in a movie. Like,
That's true.
Or Mary Jane, I mean.
They were planning to have MJ in Amazing Spider-Man 2. They even shot scenes, but
yeah?
they cut it out. Like they cut out a bunch of shit
Probably
from that movie.
Good thing because
Yeah.
that movie's not that great. I mean, I saw the movie in theaters.
I loved it in theaters, and then I watched it again like 2 years later, and I was like, is that the same movie?
About that movie, I think Jamie Foxx did really well in that movie. I think he's a great actor in that movie.
I don't know about that. He's
No?
a little goofy. He's a little.
but that's the point.
I don't.
Because no,
If he was in the Sam Raimi movie, like he kind of is in if they used him
No Way
right
Home.
in No Way Home, they didn't even use him right in No Way Home, to be honest with you either.
but the thing though with his character,
Yeah.
he got saved one time, and he's like, "Oh my god, me and Spider-Man are best friends."
Yeah.
and that's a lot of people's
You would
point
buy
of view.
into that if they
That's-
actually showed like the citizens on the ground in the third
Yeah.
but you don't buy into that. Like I'm telling you, if Jamie Foxx's character existed in the Sam Raimi universe, it would not be far-fetched.
No.
You can see like Jamie Foxx's character being an assistant to like
Like Doc
Willem
Ock.
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
You know, like he can like scrumble papers. That his assistant, Willem Dafoe's
Mm-hmm.
assistant in the first movie, that could easily have been Jamie
yeah.
Foxx.
So we were talking about MJ being shitty towards. Oh no. So Peter is not Spider-Man anymore, and he just saw.
right.
So and then,
right.
but then there's the scene when
He sees
And-
someone get
yeah.
beat up, and he just like
he
he's
walks
like,
by
nah.
it. But
Yeah.
then there's a second time in the series where he saves a baby from a fire
Yeah. Oh, and without powers.
without powers.
I
and
love
you see him
that.
struggling.
I love that though. That just shows that like
It's
even
not-
even
that's-
without
yeah.
even without the powers, Peter's still like Spider-Man.
But that's the same thing with the Tom Holland Spider-Man. If you remember, Tony was like, "If you're not a hero with the suit, you don't deserve the suit."
yeah, but Peter in this one literally has no powers,
Yeah.
which is insane. You know what
Yeah,
I
that's
mean?
true.
It's not like Tom Holland still has his powers without
Yeah.
the suit.
Yeah.
Peter Parker literally just went into a flaming build as a normal person.
It's funny how
that just shows you how like fucking.
It's the second time he saved a baby in 2 movies.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. This one's a little older, and this 1/4 of this movie he has no powers. Yeah. There's a good 30 minutes with no Spider-Man, which is insane to think in a superhero movie.
The best plot of the series,
and you don't notice.
Yeah,
you're not like waiting for him to become Spider-Man again. You know what I mean?
But when he's not Spider-Man, he's and getting closer with MJ.
His life is just significantly better. It just shows you how his life is significantly better, and the sacrifice he has to make.
We didn't even mention the landlord.
Holy shit! Oh my god, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Mr. Dervovich.
And you have Ursula and
Mr. Dervovich is such a...
He's so funny.
He is my favorite. I can't believe I forgot about him. He is my favorite fucking side character in the whole series.
No, there's that one quote. He's like, if promises were crackers, my daughter would be fat.
Like, what?
What does that even mean? No, but then you see him...
He takes the dollar that Aunt May cried about.
Yeah.
Just nonchalantly. That is so good. It's like, I don't have enough money. This is all I got. He just fucking takes it and shuts the door on him.
But when he's Peter, he starts to get closer with Ursula. Who's his daughter. Which is like kind of a weird... I mean, like...
all right. We'll bring that up. But like, shit. Mr. Dervovich. I can't believe I forgot Mr. Dervovich.
He was in the first one. He was living in that shitty apartment building. Yeah. I'm trying to think. He's either like Russian or Polish.
I'm pretty sure he's like Eastern European for sure. And his daughter
Ursula, who's kind of a weird character. I mean, I think they're trying to.
I like the character. You know why? She is the only one who's in the time of when everyone is just not like. I think this happens right after he admits to Aunt May that he did the Uncle Ben thing.
Yeah.
He has just a quick, quiet conversation with her eating chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And
she's so nice to him.
It seems so random, right? But at that moment, that is the only nice thing that anyone has done to Peter in like a long time.
When I first saw this movie, like a while, like when I was
think it's super nice. Yeah.
I thought he first was gonna end up with her instead of MJ. I thought she was gonna be because it seems more like. She would be a better... I mean, not
She
better.
definitely has a crush on him.
Oh, yeah. When she's like, hey, Pete.
Yeah, she definitely has a crush on him. But it doesn't matter, though. It's nice, It's nice to see that at least someone is caring for him, It's a little chocolate cake.
No, I think that whole dynamic works pretty well.
Yeah, and it's like not like a super sexual thing. It's just like there's very polyamorous.
Wholesome.
Yeah, it's wholesome. That's
wholesome.
Exactly what it is. Oh, I forgot to mention, but like when he saves the girl, there was someone that was in the third floor that didn't make it.
So but that's when he's like, if I had my powers, I would have known my Spidey sense.
Yeah, and when he gets his powers is when, first off, he thinks he has it. Yeah. He tries to attempts to get it back.
My back!
Oh my god, dude. First off, he would not survive that.
Died.
He would have died easily. But they really build up to this moment where he tries to leap between two buildings, and I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched this for the first time, but I would honestly believe that this is the moment where he gets it back. Because it's long enough till you're like, okay, this is the point of the movie where he gets the powers back. But they're like, nope,
I'm trying to remember
not quite yet.
When he gets it back.
He gets it back when he admits to Mary Jane his true love. And that's how his powers come back. Because he has no powers, even when Dr. Octopus shows up and throws him to the thing. He's kind of like weakened. And then
when they're in
a coffee shop,
he goes, "I want Spider-Man." Peter knows where he is, but don't hurt Peter, because this is when Doc Ock wants to treat him.
Yes,
and he's like, "I'll give it to you if you let
me." Another
kill
jump
Spider-Man.
scare.
Oh yeah,
in the balcony. So that's when he gets the powers. We get the train fight. We brought that up. And then this is when Harry finds out that Peter's Spider-Man.
Yeah, which is probably one of the. I mean, it's not really a.
This is what the movie's been building up to.
Oh yeah,
and
he's like completely shocked. And it's pretty heartbreaking because from Harry's point of view.
Yeah.
Obviously Peter didn't kill his dad, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't tell him right away. But anyways, he's like, "Oh, you killed my father, Peter."
I don't think Harry's the type of person to listen, honestly.
No.
Yeah.
but like I mean, he didn't even really try to tell him. I feel like, but also at this point, nobody knows
Knows that Willem Dafoe is like the green. It's
Yeah, no
hard
one
to.
knew.
It's really hard.
No one knew that Norman was the Green Goblin.
And I think
Except
it's
Spider-Man.
beyond saving. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because like Peter stole his girl. Harry's already mad at him.
Oh yeah.
Harry's already pissed off at him. So like, it's hard to like right now to be explaining, and he doesn't explain it to him right away because Mary Jane's in danger.
Yeah.
The whole city's in danger. It's about to explode.
See, I don't. What is he even trying to do? And he's making renewable energy with tritium, but I'm not sure what he's even. He's like
I
making
think
the power of this.
It's
like,
just it's
power
just
of the
driven
sun
mad by
in the palm of my hand.
yeah. It's just driven mad by the arms. You
But
know,
it's
the
very
arms are kind of
vague
taking
of
over.
what
Yeah, it's
he's
very
doing.
vague.
I don't know what he's doing.
It really isn't important, honestly. It's like comic book shit. Probably one of the only issues is like his plan to make it his motivation, but it's his life's work. He's been, and his wife is dead now.
Yeah.
The finale. This is where Mary Jane finds out that he's Spider-Man.
Well, first, when Otto finds out that Spider-Man is Peter, or Peter's Spider-Man.
Brilliant but lazy.
Brilliant but lazy, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's kind of sad because I feel like Norman saw Peter as a son. Otto doesn't have any kids, and he sees the student.
Well, they're very similar because
Yeah.
they both find out they're it's Peter, and they both like kind of break out of their alternate personalities.
In No Way Home, we find out they actually knew each other.
What do you mean?
Otto and Norman.
They do?
Yeah.
They knew each other?
They knew each other because I think,
Oh yeah, okay, that's believable.
Otto,
Oh, wait, I just realized those two meet in No Way Home, and it's not even like a. No Way Home has its own issues. Like it kind of ruins like the.
I like that movie though. I think it's pretty good.
But like I'm like, in the context of these movies, how does that even like?
Well, I think the time when the villains get into the Tom Holland universe is during their final fight with their Peter.
With their Peter, okay.
Because, Otto knows that Peter's Spider-Man when he sees the Tom Holland
That's
Spider-Man.
true, yeah.
Same with Green Goblin. He knows Peter's Spider-Man.
That's true.
And same with like, the Lizard
and
Sandman and Electro.
I love the scream
that
he does. Yeah.
I love it. It's honestly a pretty good stream. It's like it's memed the fuck out of, but I think it's a pretty good stream.
As far as finales go, it's not about the fight, it's more about the emotional revelations throughout the whole movie. And
Otto sacrifices himself to save the city.
And it also just sets up the third one.
Oh yeah.
Perfectly. No, the Dr. Ock fight is a big deal, but
the Norman and Harry conversation.
The Norman and Harry conversation and just Harry finding out about Peter is like the biggest, to me, is the true finale of the movie. It's like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Back when they didn't used to do post-credit scenes. Mm-hmm. I felt like that was a post-credit scene in the movie.
It reminded me of the first movie.
Yeah.
When Norman has like that
hallucination.
Smeagol and Goblin moment.
Yeah.
Harry has that, but
when he's looking into the
dad.
mirror. Yeah.
He sees his dad. His dad is, the Goblin. And he's Smeagol in that moment, but then he, his dad's like, avenge me. You're my son.
Yeah.
I love you. I did everything for you.
Yeah.
Avenge me.
I think it's an inherited thing, must be like with or like an alcohol thing too.
Maybe. I don't know how that works.
Because he does drink a lot in this movie. It's like noticeable how much he drinks alcohol. Like they make it a big deal that he's like drunk. I think that has to do. I think that's like has to do with the Goblin thing.
I mean, but like they had from the first movie, after this scene, he finds the injections that made Norman insane.
Yeah. But like I'm saying, like Harry's already like off the deep end already. He's already hallucinating.
Yeah, I don't. They should explain that a little. That's my only problem with this movie. This movie is perfect, just minus this part.
This part, really?
I think. No. I love the scene.
Yeah.
But them not explaining why he's talking to his dad.
Yeah.
I think the scene is amazing. Just why.
I think it's an alcohol thing because he starts drinking and like that. He just finds out that Spider-Man.
It's Peter.
It's
his
Peter.
best friend.
So now I gotta avenge him. I'm drunk as fuck. I'm hallucinating. I know alcohol doesn't really do that to you, but
maybe there's something in alcohol that was in the injections that Norman used. I don't.
He finds his lair. It sets it up perfectly as him, the new Green Goblin in Spider-Man 3.
Hobgoblin.
Yeah. Mary Jane ditches J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah. Oh, I think a really iconic shot is when they're in the web and Mary Jane's
Yeah.
like on the
Yeah,
web.
and she drops them. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very iconic.
and then the last web swing.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the first one. You have like the two helicopters swinging around, and I'm not sure if another Nickelback song plays.
Probably
doesn't.
I
Probably past that. So what would you give Spider-Man 2?
This is definitely beyond the shelf.
Yeah, this is
100%
this is a
beyond-
glass
this is-
case.
This is a top 5 superhero movies of all time. This is
I agree
case.
as well.
Beyond the shelf. I don't like whenever if I would make a superhero movie, I would want a movie that's at this level.
Yeah.
This is the movie I would want to.
It's a perfect standalone story. It's a perfect sequel. It's just it feels full.
Well,
It's
even,
a complete package. Literally like there's a few other ones that I think are perfect, but to me this is just like and it's not afraid of being a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Unlike The Dark Knight, which I think is a great movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it doesn't really feel like a superhero movie.
But Christian
you know what I mean?
Christian Bale kills it as Bruce Wayne. He's an amazing Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne.
but when I say like a superhero movie,
Yeah.
I mean like it doesn't have the tropes you would normally see in one.
Are you talking about like for example, I think the original Batman movies are pretty good comic book movies because like they feel like a comic book.
Tim Burton movies.
Tim Burton, yeah.
Hot take, I like them better than the Nolan movies.
That's a pretty hot take.
That is a very hot take.
It's a very hot take. I don't know if I agree with them, but
I know.
I think they're pretty good.
I know.
I love Tim Burton too. Did he make Batman and Robin?
No.
Okay, it makes sense. Because that movie's pretty trash.
He stopped at the second one. Second one he was too dark for the studio, so they fired him.
The second one was that the one with Danny DeVito?
Yeah, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
And Christopher Walken.
Yes.
That's a good movie.
So good.
And then
great Christmas movie.
And then the third one was with Vlad Kilmer.
Yeah, and
with Jim Carrey
and Tommy Lee Jones as
I
Two-Face.
forgot Tommy Lee Jones in that
so
movie.
bad.
It's pretty bad.
He's so bad in that movie.
And then, is Val Kilmer? Is he only in Batman once or twice? I think
he's only in Batman once, and then George Clooney comes in.
I thought there was a second one with Val Kilmer. Is there not?
No, George Clooney is probably the worst Batman ever.
Ben Affleck's worse.
No.
You sure?
That is. Yes, I'm sure.
I think Ben
I
Affleck
can't believe you just said Ben Affleck. That's pretty insulting. Honestly,
is that a hot take?
Yeah, it is.
That Ben Affleck's not a good Batman.
George Clooney is trash.
No, he is trash. I agree, but I think Ben Affleck is worse as Batman.
I don't agree with that at all.
Martha.
No, but like at least he's trying. Like George Clooney literally is just George Clooney in a Batman suit. It's very distracting. He's like,
no, yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I as much as that movie sucks.
Yeah, Uma Thurman is great.
Arnold is hilarious.
She knows what movie she's in, and Arnold doesn't.
He's funny.
He's just hamming it up.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I think it's a really funny movie though.
So it's gonna be a glass case, of course.
Yeah, glass. I completely agree. Probably the best Batman movie of all time. I don't think it's gonna be passed anytime soon.
And I can't imagine watching this and being excited for the third one and thinking, I saw
the third one in theaters.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I think I was a little too young for that.
I was like 6.
I think I first started seeing superhero movies. I think the first superhero movie I saw was The Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh, that was
the Fantastic Four.
Oh, I want to talk about those movies. Those movies, are kind of underrated. I don't think
they're that bad.
I don't think they're that bad either.
Like
the first one's pretty good.
Yeah,
but I feel like, did you see not new one, but the 2015 one with Miles Teller?
I didn't even bother.
And Michael?
No, I heard it was awful.
It's so literally the first 3/4 is exposition. That's all it is. Just
that doesn't seem fun. And then like the last, it's like a shitty last CGI act. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem fun.
The first 3/4 is just...
I mean, the first one is kind of exposition too. The 2005 one, they kind of just like get the powers and they fight Doctor Doom at the end.
I think it's
but at least in that one, the tone is not like dark and gloomy. Like I don't like, dude, the Fantastic Four. Are you really trying to make the Fantastic Four dark and gloomy?
Wait, what year did that movie come out? Fantastic Four? Is that
the old one?
Oh, like 05, 04?
Oh, I think the first one came out 05 and then the second one came out 07.
I remember seeing Silver Surfer in theaters. But
I remember seeing that one in theaters as well. I think it was right after this one, Spider-Man 3, which I can't even imagine how hype you would have been. Like the teaser trailer for this is so badass.
I remember getting the Burger King toys.
They had
I had the Sandman Burger King toy.
Wait, with the giant heads?
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember those. I do remember the Burger King toys from Spider-Man 3.
See,
The teaser trailer for this is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's like him. It's the image where he's like lying like he looks like a gargoyle.
Yeah.
And he falls down and you see him like get the Venom suit. They were really hyping up Venom in this movie.
I watched it yesterday.
Yeah?
Because I hadn't seen it in a while.
What you think?
I was so disappointed.
Disappointed.
I thought it was so bad.
Wow.
I thought it was so bad.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay. You know, there are scenes I really like. And
Don't
I
get into
know-
specifics now
Okay.
because
Alright. But like I feel like overall,
Yeah.
it's definitely the worst of the trilogy.
Oh, I think it's the worst of the trilogy as well. However, I will take this over both of the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I see that. I see
I
that.
although this has huge problems,
Oh, so many problems.
it still, first off, it still is probably the memeiest one out of all of them.
Oh, yeah.
It has the most memes.
Oh, it has one of the funniest scenes in any movie, I think.
And it still has the spirit of the first two. Now, Tobey Maguire's character isn't ruined in this one.
I don't know about that. I feel like it's not ruined, but when we get on
Really?
later on to
Okay.
talking about the emo Spidey.
I don't think his character gets ruined in this one. I think sure it stumbles
Yeah.
its way to the finish line,
of
but
stumbles.
ultimately it sticks the landing for me. We'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
It starts off weird.
Yeah.
It starts off with an opening monologue, but it's like, hey, here's what I've been up to
Yeah.
for the past 3
See,
days.
the one thing I
past
like-
2 years. You know what I mean?
Well, I like how he's finally being recognized as a hero.
Yeah, he's up. He's at the top of his game right now.
But like the miscommunication between him and Mary Jane is a big problem. Because
Yeah, I feel like by the second one, you guys should be on the same page. But to me, it seems like doomed romance. That's why I said doomed romance. The whole trilogy is kind of like they have this connection that they can't be apart. Honestly,
the love triangle is still here too,
Yeah.
which is weird because I feel like
they kind of pushed it away in the second one.
Yeah.
Like not a thing, and they brought it back weirdly.
well,
Well,
I mean,
we're forgetting probably the biggest fuck up this series this movie has.
the villains.
Well, that and the amnesia.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Let's start
All
with
right,
this.
okay.
The second movie clearly sets up that Harry is going to be the
The
main
villain,
villain of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
There is no doubt guy is literally going to be the main threat. Who else would it be?
Mm-hmm.
Right off the bat, we get an opening fight.
Yeah.
CG looks noticeably worse.
It does look a lot worse.
And it's because he's not in the fucking suit.
Yeah.
It's an actual, like, he's not, it's just a CG Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look good,
Doesn't
man.
look good.
It looks awful, and it has awful green screen too. The alley that they're in,
Yeah.
when he's flying through it, it doesn't look good.
No, this
And then it ends up, Harry loses his memory.
That's such a lazy fucking.
And like, what kind of soap opera shit
that's
is
so
this?
lazy. That's
He
so
loses his
lazy.
memory, and it's like the second movie never happened.
Yeah.
It's like we forgot the second movie never
It's like
happened.
the first movie never happened. He doesn't know anything.
Oh, that's very true.
He's like,
yeah.
oh, we're still in high school, right? My dad's dead. They told me
Yeah.
my dad's dead.
It's also, I should bring up now, Sam Raimi, the director, had some issues with this movie. He wanted Harry as the villain. He wanted Sandman as the villain. He did not want Venom in this
Yeah,
movie.
Venom is very last minute. You can tell very easily. How
But
last
you know who
minute-
did want Venom in this movie?
Who?
Sony.
Oh yeah.
Sony wanted Venom. Sony realized that
Make
Venom is the most
yeah.
popular Spider-Man character. You have to put him in this movie, or it's not getting made.
It's so last minute because like when the meteor hits
Yeah.
the Earth, it's
They
him
should-
and MJ just hanging out. You just
Is
see
that
a fireball.
in the context of this universe?
Yeah.
What?
This is the only.
I mean, it is very like skeletons in the the first
Yeah,
one.
but this is the only movie of the trilogy to be considered a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Because
So
the other
this
two-
random
yeah.
alien, like no
Symbiote.
scientists bring it up. Dr. Connors analyzes it for like 1 second and doesn't really think of much of it. He's
No.
like, "Oh, you should just probably stay away from this
It's
shit."
fucking moving. Like,
It's moving, and he's
Yeah.
like not impressed by like the
No.
symbiote shit. It's very silly. Yeah, so he turned into emo Spider-Man, which if I was writing this movie, I probably would have just put it straight to Venom.
Yeah.
You know, I probably would have not even wasted my time with the Black Spider-Man.
I mean, this shot though. This is when he was like upside down.
Yeah.
In front of the building. That's a great shot.
The reveal,
That's a great shot.
the music too. I love the Venom theme.
Yeah.
The music is fire in this one. And I love the reveal of Black Spider-Man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, just like seeing Spider-Man in another outfit.
I had a Black
blew my
Spider-Man
mind.
shirt that used to glow in the dark as a kid.
And like, even to this day, it's the only symbiote Spider-Man we have.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done it since then.
I would not want to see it on Tom Holland.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Did you see the new Venom movies?
Yeah, they're alright.
I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one.
The second one is alright as well. Woody Harrelson plays
Yeah, he plays Carnage.
which is weird.
Yeah, that was at the end credits scene for the first one.
I think the symbiote suit is cool.
It's cool.
And I know people do not like the emo thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I find it really weird.
However, the purpose of at least in the comics, the purpose of the symbiote is to show like Peter's darkness and like edge.
It enhances his narcissism.
Yeah,
because you see he's a narcissist before the symbiote.
Yeah,
but like it enhances it, makes it a lot more noticeable.
And it's hard with this Peter Parker because he's so dorky.
Yeah, he's so
dorky and like not intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Although if you ever see Babylon, that might change your opinion.
He was
on
in
that.
Babylon, right?
Yeah,
I've not seen Babylon.
It's really fucking good. In this, I believe this stupid emo thing because he's not gonna pull off being cool.
No,
he thinks he's cool.
It's the finger guns.
Yeah,
I haven't watched this movie in a while.
Yeah,
and I mean it's very iconic.
Yeah,
but minus the memes. Imagine seeing this for the first time in theaters.
Oh, right? Honestly,
I bet this is before memes were big.
Yeah.
There were memes, kind of.
But doesn't it remind you a little bit of the raindrops keep falling on my head scene, but in reverse?
In reverse, yeah.
That's why I love it so much. It's like the Bizarro. Yeah, it's like the Bizarro version of raindrops keep falling on my head.
Yeah.
Instead of him goofily walking, that's the point I was going to bring up. Yeah. Instead of him goofily walking in a white, he's literally in a completely different outfit. He's in a white. Throughout the raindrops keep falling on my head scene, he's in like a white shirt. He's wearing all black in this one. His hair is down.
It gave me like Saturday Night Fever vibes.
Yo, that's actually fire. Yeah, that is
when
true.
He's walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah,
And like it goes up his torso like John Travolta.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that.
Oh my god, you're right.
In the raindrops, in the second movie, girls are actually attracted to him now when he's not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But when he thinks he's being cool, everyone's like, "What the?" People think
the secretary is kind of feeling it.
Yeah, but he's being very
and the cookie girl, Mr.
Ursula.
Ursula.
She was feeling it.
Well, she has a crush on
Peter. Yeah, but she seems happy for him and MJ. Which is, oh my god, MJ just called. And...
Yeah. She definitely has a crush though.
Oh yeah.
And then she's feeding him cookies. And he's low-key being like nuts? Rude. He's like, "Do you have one with nuts?"
I can make nuts. Yeah, go make them.
So she's giving him everything.
Mention the funny scenes when he's first Spider-Man, when he's first emo Spidey, and the door's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, give me rent. You'll get your rent when you finish this damn door. So
he's
funny.
Like, he's a good kid.
Yeah.
Something must be wrong.
No, whenever I would watch, I used to watch a lot of YouTube poops.
Yeah.
A lot of them have most of the scenes from this movie.
Oh, for sure.
100%, yeah.
I forget what Mr. Dervage said, but like...
he's a good boy.
He asked him for women advice.
Oh,
and he's like, you go up to the girl, she said, "You're a woman, I'm a man."
We should try that out. See if that works. Reminds me of the one scene from Drake and Josh. Remember when they're having the who can date the most girls?
Yeah.
And Drake's mom helps Josh. And she's like, just compliment her shoes.
Yeah.
And that's it. And Josh is like, "Nice shoes." And she's like, "Thanks." And he walks away. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's when Drake finds his girlfriend, his true girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, they're like having a competition.
Yeah.
And Josh murders him in it because Drake is so attached to this one girl.
Doesn't he date like an old woman?
It's
in
so
one of the
funny.
Scenes?
No, when he puts the Pepsi in her,
he puts
in her
the
IV,
Pepsi in IV.
It's so funny. That probably one of the best episodes of the show.
That's Josh Peck is going to be in the new Christopher Nolan movie?
What's it called?
I looked up the cast for Oppenheimer.
Mhm.
It's about.
Oh, I feel like I heard this.
You heard
Yeah.
about this, yeah. It's a stacked cast, including Josh Peck.
So Josh Peck, who else is in it?
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh is huge right now.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
in Puss in Boots. I forgot to mention that.
Florence Pugh is in Puss.
She was Goldilocks.
Okay, I guess we can start with Sandman too.
Okay, so like I said earlier, like an hour ago,
Yeah.
how there are every villain
Uh huh.
is involuntarily a villain. So we
Yeah.
have Norman, who's doing an experiment
Yeah.
too fast in production because he's being rushed by the government. Gets insane. You have Otto, who's trying to prove to Oscorp that he can
Make this like
make this suit, but,
energy
and
thing.
then he fucks it up.
Yeah.
Then you have the Hobgoblin as Harry,
Mm-hmm.
who's filled with revenge, and he starts using his father's toxins or whatever the hell
Yeah.
those were. Gets insane.
I feel like that
You
was
have-
kind of voluntarily his downfall, Harry.
Yeah, but it's
which makes his what's it called? His memory loss so stupid.
It's such probably one of the dumbest things that
Yeah.
they could have done in that movie. It's so lazy.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we built this all the way up. How should we, conclude it? Let's just make him forget
Yeah.
everything.
Like, oh shit, we have 3 villains. Fuck, we should. How are we gonna get Harry out of the picture for a little bit?
Oh, and then the third villain we have,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Venom. Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock.
Well,
Hope
like,
for Grace.
mention this. Every single time the new villain gets shown up, they lose and they disappear for a while.
Yeah.
We have the Sandman. He gets killed.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, Peter thinks he gets killed,
And
and we get right into that montage. Like
No,
that cuts
but-
right into that montage.
but one of the best scenes, though,
Is that fight at the end in
I
the
think
train
when
station?
when he tells Aunt May that Sandman's dead, and she's
Oh
like,
yeah,
"He
Spider-Man doesn't kill people. Yeah,
and that's such a heart wrenching scene too, because you would think,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
and if you
Peter-
think our theory is like correct, but that's the thing, Aunt May didn't really react the way Peter. If she really thought Peter was Spider-Man, she wouldn't have said Spider-Man doesn't kill people.
yeah. Oh, we didn't mention too that
Yeah.
about how Flint was it Flint Mason? Is that
Yeah.
his name? He's the real killer of Uncle Ben,
Yeah, that was,
which is so dumb. It's
that
so.
was stupid.
I feel like it really
Undermines everything.
downplays that Peter's origin is he let his uncle die and he could
Yeah.
have stopped it. It's like I feel like it really underplays
Uh-huh.
how important it was for Peter to stop this robber, because you see this kind of later on you find out what
Yeah.
actually happened, but you find out that the robber gets to the car after Uncle Ben is shot, or no, he bumps into Flint
Uh-huh.
and Flint shoots Uncle Ben, but it really underplays. I mean, I guess if Peter stopped him in the first movie, or Uncle Ben wouldn't have died because he wouldn't have bumped into Flint.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like
I feel like it's just not as
like if Peter
impactful.
stopped him, Flint Marko would have still waited in that car to shoot
I
him.
don't know. It's such a
It's
strange.
very complicated and
It's
it's so
complicated.
unnecessary. I like the Sandman character, at least the performance, and I love this opening. Not the opening scene, but the scene where he
His powers.
His powers.
That's a great scene. Yeah.
And like for 2007, it's pretty cool CG.
No, but like I love this scene when he has the picture of his daughter.
Yeah.
And when he's Sandman, he tries to grab
He
it,
reaches it, yeah.
but he can't grab it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love how they revealed it too, because you just see the sand, you see a little silhouette of the body, and then you see him gradually get up.
See, I feel like they should have made it that he couldn't grab the picture at all. And
Yeah.
he leaves it there. I think that would be more impactful. He does grab it eventually,
Yeah.
but if he left it there because he couldn't grab it, that would
Well,
have been more emotional.
That's
I
him
think.
like learning his powers.
Yeah, but
you
I
know
feel like,
what I mean?
But I feel like if he couldn't grab it,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot more emotional.
He's coming back for revenge though. So the fight with him was also pretty cool. The chase scene.
Yeah.
Both
when
of
he's
them.
trying to rob.
Yeah,
money
in the
truck.
cop car.
Yeah.
And also in. I should say this is by far the longest movie.
I watched it last night.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that I watched Spider-Man 2 like 2 hours. It was 2 hours. This movie was 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's significantly more longer, so there's a lot more stuff, and it just feels so overstuffed, man.
There's so much going. And honestly,
There's so much going on.
it's the pacing is pretty horrible. I think
It goes from it's so like bro, you go from like a murder scene.
yeah.
You go from a police chase. I believe the scene where Peter Parker hits on Mary Jane in the nightclub.
Yeah, that's such that scene is so funny.
It's funny, right? And
It's so
it
funny.
works for me, honestly. Except when at the end he hits her,
Yeah.
and it's like serious, and I'm like, oh,
Well, I don't think he
Like,
he
dude.
didn't mean to though.
yeah, but like, I know what you mean, but it's played off as like, oh shit, like, bro, like this is serious now. He hit like the person he loves.
But speaking of that scene though, that scene is so funny when he goes to Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then he's like to the waitress, "Find us some shade." He gives her like the $100 bill.
Dig
and
on this.
Oh, and then
Dig on
I don't know if
this.
you noticed this. I noticed this watching it
Yeah.
yesterday. When they sit down at the table, the background character behind them
He looks
just
like Willem Dafoe. Yeah, I
It
know.
looks-
Holy shit, dude. I know.
I'm
I
like,
know exactly what you're
who the hell
talking
is
about.
that?
Yeah.
He wears like
I-
he was the hair. It was like
Dude.
a young Willem Dafoe from like
Dude.
20 years before the movie was shot.
It's funny because I'll admit I didn't rewatch these movies in preparation, but I did remember last
Yeah.
time I watched it. I'm like, there's a guy that looks
I was
just like
so
Willem
confused.
Dafoe.
I hadn't seen this movie in like 10. This
Yeah.
movie, I watched 1 and 2 a lot.
Yeah.
This movie I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And I forgot about that. I'm like, is that Willem? I was so confused. I'm like, is it like
Yeah.
a vision or something? I was
No.
so confused. Just a
Oh.
random guy. But then like when
Right after that, though, that's when he's at the church and he's dramatic. You know what I
That's-
mean? That's
well,
what I
no.
mean about like how this movie goes from everywhere.
the church scene though is pretty good.
I love it.
That's one of the best scenes in the movie.
Oh, we neglected to mention Tale for Grace. I know you mentioned him before.
Okay, so this is I think
Are you a That 70s Show
Love that
fans?
show. Love
Okay,
that show.
I you brought it up in the last podcast.
yeah,
so I
it's
figured.
one of my favorite sitcoms of all time.
Okay.
Probably this one and
So
Malcolm
what do you
in the
think
Middle.
about this casting then?
So here's the thing with Topher Grace. He wasn't in the last season of that 70s show, and I think it's because of this movie.
Oh, really?
I didn't because I think that 70s show, the last season was 2006.
Okay, this was a big movie, so they probably started principal photography
Yeah,
05,
because
06.
They rid him out of the show in I think season 7, because he goes to Africa, and that's when the show jumps to sharks. They get rid of him, and Ashton Kutcher is also removed from that movie,
Yeah.
that show.
It's like taking away Jerry and like Elaine for like
Yeah.
Seinfeld or something.
It's like taking away when I think another show that does this.
2.5 Men?
Oh no, I'm gonna take away fucking Michael Scott.
Oh yeah, that's
It's like
how
that.
it feels. Yeah,
Taking away when the like Kelso and Eric.
yeah.
and
But I
just
feel like
taking
you're
away-
losing 2 of your characters. So I
Yeah.
feel like you're taking like Michael Scott and like Jim or something.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It's more taking away like Michael Scott and Dwight. Imagine throwing
Wow.
out Dwight.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you that 70s show fan?
No, but I'm an Office fan, so I
Okay.
I
You
understand
know what I
that
mean?
compare. Yeah.
So I feel like I don't know if it was worth it. Like, because they rid him out of the show, and then he tried to do bigger roles.
Yeah.
This is one
It
of them.
doesn't seem like
I think he's
not to rip on him, but
he's
he
not a
doesn't
good
seem
actor.
like a big movie star. You know what I mean?
No.
He doesn't have like that screen presence. Like it's such an interesting character because it's supposed like Eddie Brock is supposed to be the complete opposite of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be like big,
He's like
bulky, you know.
he's like
brute.
emo Spider-Man before he's emo Spider-Man.
But they decide to go a complete opposite direction instead of like making him physically the opposite of
Just,
Peter
like-
Parker. He's just an idiot. He's an idiot who fakes his way to the top and is full of himself, and it feels like the inverse of Peter Parker. But I don't know.
Yeah, but like I was saying-
I did not like him.
If this was the reason why he left that 70s show,
Yeah.
it was not worth it. Because
No.
in the last season of that 70s show, they introduced a new character.
Yeah.
I completely forget his name. It's Seth Meyers' brother plays him.
Okay.
And you can tell midway through the season that it's a mistake. Because the last episode,
Yeah.
the guy's not in it, and Eric and Kelso come back in the last episode. Eric and
Okay,
Kelsey
yeah.
come back.
That's such a
And then now they're making that 90s show.
yeah. You know there wasn't that 80s show that got
There wasn't. It was
canceled?
horrible. Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard- but like they didn't have any of the
Yeah.
characters. But like I watched the trailer and I'm excited for it. I think that's
yeah.
I think that's great. I'm a huge that 70s show fan.
Uh-huh.
It's probably one of my favorite, like my favorite sitcoms.
Uh-huh.
That and Malcolm in the Middle. Love those shows.
I've never watched those.
Bro, what are you a Breaking Bad fan?
Yeah.
Did you watch Better Call Saul at least?
No.
Bro,
I know. I have to get on that. But
I-
I feel like my obsession with Breaking Bad, it died off. And I feel like I will never watch Better Call Saul now.
But it's so good.
Because I watch
So
El
good.
Camino.
El
That's
Camino?
the one thing I
Yeah.
watched outside of Breaking Bad.
It was okay. I don't think it was great.
But like to me, I'm like I'm not starving for Breaking Bad content. You know, I'm not interested in like the world enough for me to explore. But I heard Better Call Saul is amazing. So I should see
Arguably,
it. Some
it's
people
not-
say it's better. I know.
It's not
I know.
better, but the cinematography is insane.
Well,
Vince Gilligan-
Breaking Bad was made in 2008.
Yeah.
You know, television is different now.
You can tell
Television is way different now than it was back in the day.
You can tell Vince Gilligan was experimenting a lot in the show because
Yeah.
there's so many montages and these like
I heard
really,
it's like trippy sometimes.
it's very
too.
trippy.
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't see. I want to say it's better than Breaking Bad,
Uh-huh.
but the story is better.
The story was
The
better.
story's better because I don't want to spoil it. in
How's
case you
Saul
watch
as a
it.
main character though?
He's an amazing main
Yeah?
character. You
That's
see his-
that's another thing I'm
His
scared
rise,
of.
his
Yeah.
fall, his rise, his fall. He just keeps going up and down in the show.
Really?
Like, he's like,
I saw the first episode. It starts off with him already working at a Cinnabon, right?
well, no, yeah, because that's the future
That's the ending of
of
Breaking Bad.
Everything that's in black and white is after Breaking Bad. So what
Okay.
happens is,
Do you go past that?
Yeah, so every first episode of every season
Yeah.
is in black and white, like the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's the same day,
Oh, okay.
and then the rest is all in the past. But then the
Oh,
final season,
builds up to
when
that
you get,
one
when you
day.
get, when you get caught up.
That seems so fucking cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
don't say anything
yeah,
else,
but
but
then-
that seems so
But
fucking
then the
cool.
last half is
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Remember, it's black and white.
Yeah, wow.
I highly recommend it. Like,
Yeah.
my girlfriend's currently watching it because you have
I started
every
watching
character
it,
that's
or I attempted to watch it right after Breaking Bad, like the season when it first premiered. I think back in 2014.
yeah.
It was a long time ago that
Yeah.
the show premiered, and it feels
It
so
was
weird
It
now.
was longer than Breaking Bad. That's 6 seasons.
Yeah,
It only has 5.
It seems so weird to me that like the show's over now, and I I haven't watched it since.
But literally every character that's in Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
except like Skyler and Walt Jr. is in that show.
Okay, so
Almost
I'm
every single
assuming
character.
you're seeing Walter as well too.
Watch it. So what?
Walter.
What do you mean by Walter? Oh yeah. But I don't want to
Yeah,
spoil it.
don't spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, because you see him in El Camino, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That, shit, where did we fall?
The
It's okay, dude.
off-topic-
I'm not gonna lie. We had to pitch our own Friday the 13th movies,
Mhm.
and
I listened to that episode
Yeah.
on the way here.
I still am editing.
Oh, really?
And dude,
You said it's coming out today.
yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah.
pushing it back.
No, well,
No,
I said it's out now, today.
No, I saw the first one.
Yeah, the first one's out today.
I thought it meant
dropped-
yesterday.
Yeah, well, I put it out yesterday night, but it was tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I thought you meant
Because
like, it comes
tomorrow's
out
Friday
Wednesday.
the 13th.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
smart.
why I did it like that.
No, what was I gonna say though? But like,
Topher Grace. Yeah.
so him as Eddie Brock doesn't work very well. The new guy, I forget his name, who plays Eddie Brock in Venom.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Who's also in Inception, my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
He's a lot better at playing Venom than Topher Grace. A lot better.
I don't know
think
about
he is.
that. I
'Cause
think I'm
he's
not
more macho, like you were saying.
I'm not a fan of the Venom character too much.
No?
I think the character's solely just based like popular because of the design.
Yeah.
It's evil Spider-Man.
Same with Carnage.
Yeah, it's evil Spider-Man, dude.
Yeah.
Like he looks cool. Venom himself is an actual cool character, but Eddie Brock doesn't seem. At least in the Venom movie, they try to make Venom an interesting character. In this one though,
yeah.
the symbiote is just like a extension of yourself. It's not really like a.
But you can
You know.
tell how last minute it was, so they don't explain
Yeah.
it at all.
They don't explain it at all. He's only Venom for like 10 minutes of the movie.
And
He only has like 2 scenes with him in actually like Venom, and most of the time, they have his stupid face shown up. They don't have like Venom like fully covered.
But he has a really good quote that I like a
Yeah.
lot when he's Venom. He's like, "You can't wound what you can't kill." Is that what he said? It was like, "Oh,
I
like,
don't remember,
don't
honestly.
wound. Don't wound
What you can't kill."
That's a
Yeah.
good. I think that's a good quote. But but I think how did he know Peter was Spider-Man? He doesn't.
No,
see
he doesn't
him.
say that. He just says,
I don't think. No, he doesn't know because he wants to kill Spider-Man. He goes to Sandman. Oh, well, you want to kill the spider? I want to kill the spider. Because he
I
never
think
sees
he finds
him.
out.
Because you see the bell tower, but
I
you
think
don't
he
see.
finds out that he's Peter when he turns into Venom.
But you don't see. Bless you.
Thank you.
You don't see though. You don't see Peter seeing Eddie as Venom at all. He's naked.
Yeah, but
after that scene.
he sees him scream, and he's like, Peter.
No,
remember?
I don't think he sees him. I think
Well,
he hears
he
him.
hears him scream, but he
Yeah.
does yell out Peter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He does say Peter, and then
that's
the
true.
Venom comes out and gets him.
I guess that's true.
They don't have time to explain that. Honestly, this movie has so much shit
it's
going
so
on.
long, but they don't explain anything.
Yeah, we also forgot to mention the twist.
Which twist? Oh, okay.
No, the twist, the song, the twist when they're dancing. and making an omelet.
Oh, yeah, when they're making
that
the
was
omelet.
such a fucking vibe.
It's so fun. I love that song. It's a good
It was
song.
it was like it was a Sam Raimi moment.
Here-
It was like something you would find in a second movie.
If
you
we're
know?
ranking the soundtrack, though, that's the
Yeah.
best song of all the movies so far. Well, like best non-original
Yeah,
song. Because like the score is amazing.
Yeah.
But best non-original song is
it's so funny and like
it's so out of
it's
place
so-
though.
yeah, because like literally right afterwards he like chokes her out.
Yeah. So literally, not even 2 minutes later, she goes home. Her power's out, and she chokes her, and that's it. Like oh,
Well,
you want
they
to say Peter?
they go for a kiss. Remember?
Yeah, and then they kiss,
Yeah,
and then
it's
she
weird.
runs away, and then he remembers everything prior to the accident
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
It's just it's so stupid because we went over this. We did this already. Why are we doing this again? Why are we
Yeah.
doing this love triangle again? We already solved it in the first movie.
yeah,
It's redundant, and that's what I
Very
hate
redundant.
about it.
it's pretty horrible. I don't.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest issue with the movie is that we literally are doing this again. Like, why? Like, if they had no amnesia thing and they literally just had, you know, a Sandman and
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin movie
Yeah.
and maybe have the symbiote in there, but like not and have Topher Grace get the symbiote at the end of the movie, setting up for Spider-Man 4
Well, with
instead
the-
of
yeah.
have
Like
like
should have had Spider-Man 4 should have been like you said, Dr. Connors as
Yeah.
the Lizard and Venom.
and Venom like
That would been a lot better.
just to put the symbiote and Venom in the same movie, it's just too much. And Hobgoblin and Sandman,
It's too
It's
much.
way too
There's way
much.
too much going on. And the thing with Sandman is, I don't really know. His motives are to save his daughter because she's dying.
yeah.
But he's like, I'm not a bad guy. But then he literally
Where does he go when he gets washed up? He gets washed up for like a day and then
Yeah.
he comes out of the sewer. That's what I mean.
Well, that shows that he can't die.
yeah.
He can't. I think he just can't die because
Yeah.
sand doesn't go away.
That's very true. Yeah, that's true.
Like you can't get rid of sand unless like, you throw it out, but it's still there.
yeah.
And you can't burn. I think you can. Can you burn sand? I don't think you can.
If you burn sand, it turns into glass. They actually
Yeah.
did a cool thing.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
the
when he
bomb.
gets in- yeah.
Yeah, the
And it turns
bomb.
into glass.
Yeah, it turns into glass. That's actually
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
If Minecraft taught you anything.
Yeah.
Speaking of Harry Osborn, let's talk about the butler.
Okay,
and-
this
and-
is probably
and
one
how-
of the worst scenes in the movie.
and how his
I loved your
wounds-
father.
I loved your father.
But-
His wounds matched the glider. You would think you would want to tell Harry that when he died,
Yeah, that's
and
one,
not-
that's one of the worst parts.
because
of
now
the
it does
series.
make sense why he thought Spider-Man killed him.
Because no one told
Because
him.
no one told him how his father died, but
Yeah, but the butler, he's barely in this series to begin with. He's like, I loved your father as I loved you. What's your name again? I don't even remember his name.
I don't know. He's present. It's weird. It's out of nowhere, but he does convince him to. Well, honestly, I forgot an actual good fight, but
Yeah.
it was a little funny. The fight between. That's what I'm saying. This movie has a lot of
There's
fucking
too much
movie.
going on.
When Peter and Harry Osborn,
Yeah.
they have a fight in his apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Little Gobbly Jr. want to
Oh.
cry.
Oh, put some dirt in your eye? Is that what he
Look-
says? Oh, no, or is that to Eddie Brock?
I'm gonna put some. No, he says. Oh, he says that to Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
So
Remember
dumb.
how I was talking about like the bomb in the first movie?
Yeah.
Turns them to skeletons. Literally, the bomb explodes in Harry's face.
Yeah.
And he gets a couple scars, and that's it. He would have
Yeah.
not made it out of that.
Doesn't look good. Too bad. I mean, the makeup looked good, but it doesn't look too good.
No, it
after
would
that.
it would have been like Two-Face from Dark Knight. You remember how
Yeah,
like
that would have
Harvey
been
Dent-
worse, honestly.
Really?
I'm glad they didn't do a fucking CG like half burned off shit.
I actually liked that in
Um,
Dark Knight when he
If
Harvey
anything,
Dent.
they should have just if they're gonna show it, they should have just had like a cover up, like
Yeah.
an eye patch or something, because he's like the Hobgoblin now, so he would wear a mask
Yeah.
anyway. Which, by the way, why? What was the design of his thing? It's like a snowboard glider thing.
Yeah.
And like he has like little like sunglasses with
but
it.
they didn't show any preparation of him like
No,
preparing.
he just comes out and
Yeah.
he's all zooted up.
no preparation, nothing.
No, he's like, I just watched MJ play. My fucking friend is trying to explain something to me.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
such
it. I think today's the day. I
Yeah,
think
this-
today's the day I juice up.
No, like when I was rewatching these movies, the first two, I love those movies to death.
Yeah.
But this one is kind of a chore to get through. I think.
A chore.
There's so much to watch, and it's like there's so much going on.
It does. You start to see the problems of like what other superhero movies are like.
Because for the first two, I had
Yeah.
so many notes. This movie, I barely had any notes because I'm like, there's nothing really to talk about because there's so much. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a
but
lot to talk
it's
about. There's
hard-
just so
much.
dude. This movie is all over the place.
Yeah, but it's probably one of the worst paced movies I've ever seen in my entire life. This
Yeah.
movie's so badly paced.
However, I do like the finale. I do
Yeah.
like how Harry comes out in the end and helps him out.
But do you
Like I
think he should have
said-
died though? Do you think he should have died?
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice sacrifice.
Mm.
Like I said, they stumbled, but they got to the finish line pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
I like the fight at the end. I like how it takes place in like a scaffolding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
and
in these movies, why do they have civilians watching fights?
I love that.
You love that? I think that's kind of that would never happen.
That would never happen, but like, at least it shows. That's what I'm saying. It shows the city alive.
Yeah.
Another scaffolding thing in No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that fight kind of felt a little empty
Yeah, no
because
one's watching it,
no
yeah.
one's watching it, and there's no one's in danger besides the main characters.
Yeah.
So who cares? And you know they're not gonna die.
Do you remember the one scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
Like the end when like he's about to fight Rhino, and
Rhino.
everyone's
Yeah.
watching. It
Yeah.
just
yeah,
ends.
Yeah. That.
It just ends.
They
Everyone's
I remember
watching.
they showed that
It was
literally
in the
the
trailer.
last shot was in the trailer.
trailer.
The last shot of the movie.
Like you thought Rhino was gonna be.
I've never seen a movie have the last shot of the movie be in the trailer. It's baffling.
No, but it's weird because in that movie too, there's a lot of villains.
Yeah.
You have Electro, Hobgoblin again, and I guess Rhino kind of.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's how the series ends. It ends
it's
on a fight.
That's
like,
actually a good
midway fight.
comparison. This and Amazing Spider-Man are
Yeah.
like they were both tampered with the studio.
Both a lot going on.
Yeah, both so much shit going on. But at least for this one,
But
there's some sort of finale to this.
Yeah.
Finality to this. This movie doesn't set up a sequel. This movie, it's attempting to put closure to the Spider-Man series, unlike Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is just
ends on a cliffhanger.
it ends on a stupid cliffhanger and it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
So Harry dies. He sacrifices himself. I thought that was a fitting ending, considering
I kind of feel bad that Eddie Brock died. I feel like he was just shitty. He wasn't a good person.
he could have saved
was
himself.
annoying.
He ran. He killed himself.
Yeah, he killed
honestly.
himself. I feel like
He's so addicted to the symbiote.
well,
you know.
like
And I love that scene where you see the symbiote detach from him, and you just see it
Oh, yeah.
grow and grow, and that's I wanted to see more of that in Venom. You know what I mean? And you have
what's
Sam
up?
Raimi, dude,
Yeah, Sam Raimi.
the scary guy,
Yeah.
do Venom, and it's so disappointing. He just was not a fan of the character.
No, it was very last minute, and I feel bad for Topher Grace because
Yeah.
I feel like after this movie, his acting career didn't really go anywhere.
Have you seen Black Klansman? He's good
no,
in that.
I haven't seen, but I know he's in it though.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing I've seen him in, honestly.
That's the movie that should have won the best picture, but Green Book did, right? Was that? I think it was Oscars.
I believe Green Book did, but I don't.
I can't. I think
there was a
Klansman-
bunch of shit nominated that year that should have won instead of Green
I
Book.
heard- I
To be
haven't
honest
seen
with
Green
you,
Book. I heard it was not that.
yeah, I heard. I was more pissed off last year's pick, which was Coda, which no one remembers.
Yeah, that's Apple TV, right?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't.
Who cares?
I think the last good best picture is Parasite is
Parasite.
so good.
I wanted to bring up the ending before we get into our closing thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how it ends. I always thought it ended with Harry and Mary Jane and Peter looking out into the sunset, you know.
Yeah.
But it goes on, and you see the funeral and everything, and then you get this little moment where at the same nightclub that he does that dance,
Yeah.
Mary Jane's just, you know, throughout all this time, she went to Broadway, she had success. That's another thing we forgot to bring up too. She lost her job.
Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. That's like one of the main plots. How
Yeah.
she's jealous of Peter.
Yeah,
How he's having all the success and she's not.
yeah.
And he kind of brag. I kind of feel bad.
He
because
does brag.
He does brag.
He's like-
he's like, it's just one critic. I get them all the time. And I'm Spider-Man. Like
so
that's
funny.
such a douchey.
He's just making it about him. You see her at the nightclub. They both are dancing, and just they have a little moment together. And you're not sure if their relationship is completely fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how it's kind of ambiguous, and I like how it's just they can just share a moment together with all this chaos from high school and from the beginning. They can share a little moment together where they dance.
No, I forgot about the funeral and the dance part. I thought it ended after Harry died, and then
Yeah, that's what I thought
Yeah.
too. That's where the movie ends. It
Yeah.
doesn't end on a heroic
No.
swing. It doesn't end. It ends with the two just dancing, and I find that for a movie so chaotic and all
The
balls
ending's
to the
pretty
wall, it's a pretty good ending to have, instead of trying to set up a sequel or some bullshit like that. I like that. I
agree.
and that's why, as a trilogy, I can watch it and be satisfied.
See, if the third movie was better,
Yeah.
it'd be my top 5 trilogies.
What would be your top 5?
Okay, so we got Lord of the Rings,
Valid.
Indiana Jones,
Okay.
obviously Star Wars. That's
Yeah.
not even a question.
The original trilogy.
No, the new one. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. There's a
the
lot
one.
of prequel defenders, and I get it.
Yeah.
Those are they're childhood classics of mine.
I think Revenge of the Sith is pretty good.
You want to know a crazy take?
What?
Phantom Menace is my favorite prequel.
Okay, at least you think technically Clones is the worst one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst one.
Oh yeah.
Phantom Menace is good,
Yeah.
but it's all over the place.
Phantom Menace feels like the most like a original Star Wars movie though.
Revenge of the Sith though.
It doesn't feel like an original Star Wars movie though. Like popcorn, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at the end you have that big battle, and Revenge of the Sith, everyone's dying. It's depressing, and the ending is just a lightsaber duel. There's no battle.
Yeah, but it's so emotional though.
I know. I'm not saying I like, to me, for Star Wars.
Yeah.
To me, Star Wars is like spectacle and like battles and shit like that, and you don't get that. You do get that in the third one, but it's not the finale. And the battles are treated a lot less seriously in the third one if you actually look at it.
You want to hear my hot take?
Yeah.
I think Force Awakens is a good movie.
I like The Force Awakens.
I think it's probably top 5 Star Wars movies. You have the trilogy, Revenge of the Sith, and then Force Awakens.
That's a hot take. Yeah,
Really?
that's a hot take. You want to know
I
my
don't think
ranking?
yeah,
You're gonna be.
Let me hear it. I can't rank the 3. I really can't.
I could.
You
'Cause
could?
the first 2 are classic. The first 2. This will be like a little Star Wars interlude.
Okay, yeah.
The first 2 are masterpieces.
Yeah.
They're untouchable. They're
you're
Star
You're
Wars.
gonna hurt my feelings. I
Yeah.
know you're gonna hurt my feelings, Ned.
Return of the Jedi is admittedly a pretty disappointing conclusion.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Dude, the Ewoks, bro.
So?
That's not how you end the series. You don't end.
Yum Nub is a good song.
Yeah, okay, but that's not even in the new
Yeah,
version.
yeah, they changed it.
They changed it. But to end the series with little teddy bears fighting the Empire, I don't know, man.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
It's very lackluster, and you start to see like prequel-ish things in the third one. Like you see
the Ewoks?
the Ewoks. There's a little droid that like screams when he's getting tortured, and it's like very like comical.
Yeah, but no, I think Jabba's palace is one.
Jabba's palace. That whole scene drags like a motherfucker, dude. I'm just waiting.
It's so good.
I think the third act is my favorite, like Star Wars thing.
Oh, yeah,
maybe one of my. I think the third act is extremely strong, and I think it's better than the third act of the episode 4.
Did you see how they ruined the scene when Darth Vader kills?
Yeah, they say no.
No,
He says no.
no.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? I saw that. I
No.
was.
Like the plot of it is just like, oh, let's save Han Solo for the first half of the movie,
Yeah.
and then we can get to the threat. Come on now, this is the ending of the series. Let's not. They waste like 40 minutes. It's like an entirely different movie.
Yeah. No,
First half.
The thing is, it probably is my least favorite of the 3,
Yeah.
but it's still an amazing movie. See, I would.
It is an amazing movie.
If I have to rank,
compared to the first 2,
if
though.
I have to rank it, if
Yeah.
I had to rank it, I would
Yeah.
go 5, 4, 6. But it's very close.
Yeah.
It,
I would
it
have
can
to go.
change
I would have
any-
to go 5, 4, 6, 2. Not 2.
No, yeah.
T-O-O.
Also.
Yeah. And as far as the prequels go, I think they're fine. They're like, I don't know. If I would have to rank all 9, right? The original trilogy, and the sequels and the prequels, it would be Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah, that's the worst one.
which, man,
That's a. I don't. That one and Last Jedi are actually horrible.
I'll get to the Last Jedi because you might.
Oh, you got
you
okay.
might-
All right,
but Rise of Skywalker's trash. It's just on every level.
It's so bad.
Every level is bad.
I was
Like,
so disappointed.
bad special effects, bad story, bad fights, bad characters. Everything is bad.
they tried
and
to
they
fix
ruin
it.
it. They legitimately it feels like a 12-year-old wrote the script. Like,
Because
how about we bring back Palpatine? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't
J.J.
that
Abrams tried to fix what Ryan Adams.
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Right. Last Jedi is pretty high up on my thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So the Rise of Skywalker, Attack of the Clones,
Yeah.
dog shit, boring.
Are you including spin-offs too?
No. I guess I can. Yeah, I guess I'll include the spin-offs. Solo would fit in there, right below that. Force Awakens, Rogue One. You're gonna be pissed at me. You're gonna be pissed at me.
All right, let me hear it.
Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace.
Okay, all right. I get Phantom Menace above
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. I get that.
And
The
then
Last Jedi?
I have not. Yeah, The Last Jedi is, I think, is the best Star Wars movie not made in the original trilogy.
Try to defend it. Like,
Try to defend it?
Fine, defend it. That's what I meant. Sorry.
First off, the Luke criticism. Get over it. The point the film is trying to make is you shouldn't rely on your legends, and you shouldn't. The lesson of the story is solve your own problems. You have to solve them yourself. And however, what this legend represents is still hope. You know, Luke Skywalker doesn't really do much in The Last Jedi, and that's the complaint people have. But it's his his symbol. It's what he represents is that gives people the hope to keep moving on. And that final showdown with Kylo Ren, I think, is.
But they killed Snoke. Are you kidding me? Who is Snoke?
I didn't care about Snoke.
You didn't care about Snoke?
I didn't care since
He was built up the whole time.
No, not really. Because
kind
J.J.
of
Abrams,
was.
who just said, "Oh, let's just make a Palpatine-like character, not explain anything, not make him interesting in the slightest." I understand why they killed him, because he's not interesting. Who the fuck cares about this guy?
They
Thank
could
God
have been
they killed
interesting
him.
though. If JJ directed Last Jedi,
If JJ was smart, he would have made Snoke interesting in the first movie, but he didn't. So you can't put that on Ryan Johnson, dude. If you wanted, you should build your villain from the very beginning. I don't know. The Snoke thing didn't really piss me off because Kylo Ren seemed like the main villain.
Yeah.
Clearly was the main villain. I didn't mind killing off, and the fact that he killed off the main authority figure, I was excited. I'm like, he's gonna be the main villain in the ninth one.
And Rise of Skywalker completely ruined it.
No.
Rise of Skywalker.
And Rise of Skywalker
ruined the entire thing.
Yeah, what Rise of Skywalker to me did. Sure, people were pissed off at The Last Jedi, but it was a decision. You know, it was an actual this was just a reaction to bad angry fans with the Rise of Skywalker, and it was a soulless attempt to get people back on board, and it was lame as hell.
The end when
Luke dies?
No, not when Luke dies. When no, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
When I forget their name. Daisy Ridley's character. When she kisses Kylo Ren. What the hell is that? And then he dies?
No, Kylo Ren kisses her, right?
Well, I forget who kisses her. I saw it
I
one
believe
time.
Rey is dead, and then Kylo Ren kisses her and gives her life up.
I saw
A Romeo and Juliet
I
thing.
saw this movie one time in theaters.
I hate it. But the Rise of Skywalker, I loved what it I know a lot of people hate it what they did with Luke, but Luke Skywalker,
Jedi, yeah.
dude, Luke Skywalker to me was always not the greatest. To me, Anakin was the greatest Jedi there.
Yeah, but Luke was the chosen one though.
He was the chosen one, but doesn't mean he is a god.
Yeah, but they ruined Anakin in Attack of the Clones.
That's true. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Star Wars has always been quote unquote ruined by everyone. And what The Last Jedi kind of did was just said, fuck it. It's necessary. We have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
We have to move on from these people. We can't have another Palpatine.
But no, Last Jedi.
Yeah.
The character Rosie.
Yeah.
I thought she was horrible. Finn was going to sacrifice himself, and
Yeah.
that would have been
That pissed me off, yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing if he sacrificed himself and he
Yeah.
actually died.
Yeah.
Pull what JJ did with Han Solo, but no,
No.
Rose whatever stopped him, and
Yeah.
they would have won.
I forgot you like the Force Awakens, so
Yeah.
Force
I felt no.
See, the Force Awakens was the beginning of
good.
the end.
I think Force
He
Awakens
was
is really
setting
good.
up he really should have fucking developed Snoke if he really cared about. He was just setting up for something he never knew he thought he would finish.
Yeah.
That's what's shitty about
He
it,
should
man.
have talked to Ryan Johnson about it though.
They never had a plan. J.J. Abrams just wrote basically wrote a prompt for the next guy.
Yeah.
Force Awakens is essentially a remake of the fourth one, right?
No, yeah, no, I see that, but I feel like I hate how they made Rey
Yeah.
Palpatine's granddaughter.
That was stupid.
'Cause that's the one.
Wait, in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, when they're like, she's a random girl, that made a lot more sense.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. You don't
need
that's
to
what I'm
relate to
saying,
anyone,
bro.
yeah.
I don't know. This is a long ass rant for Star Wars, but like I would put Last Jedi 4th, Return of the Jedi, New Hope.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying
Classic,
with
yeah.
the trilogy, but the trilogy with me, the original trilogy,
Yeah.
changes all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I gave my last two trilogy.
Yeah, what is your last
Oh yeah, it was Lord of the Rings. What did I say again? Oh, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Back to the Future, and
Okay.
then the Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns.
Oh, yes. Yes, the Dollars trilogy is my favorite trilogy probably ever.
It's amazing.
We should talk about Good and Bad and the Ugly.
We should have
Like all three.
Oh, I'm down for that.
So yeah, what would you give Spider-Man 3?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Probably in between lower and middle shelf.
Lower middle shelf?
Like
You gotta put one.
So top lower shelf.
It has to pick one.
Lower shelf.
Lower shelf?
Yeah, it's not.
All right,
good.
I'm gonna put it in the lower shelf. I'd still recommend it if you're watching the first two. You might as well finish it off. Just be prepared for some baffling decisions, some soap opera-y decisions. Yeah. Do you want to talk about anything else?
Oh, I want to talk about Pearl and Ed. I recently saw the movie. I saw Pearl first.
Oh, okay.
I saw-
I'm very interested in what you think then.
So I saw Pearl. So
Yeah.
So my girlfriend was telling me about the TikTok sounds.
Yeah,
I wanna
I'm a
be
star. Yeah, yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Pearl first.
Uh-huh.
She told me it was a prequel to Et,
Yeah.
but we wanted to see Pearl first, and I thought it was probably one of the best horror movies I've seen in a while.
Uh-huh.
It felt very A24. It's A24, right?
Yeah, it's
It
A24.
felt very A24. Like, I was not expecting it to be that good. I thought it'd be kind of shitty. I thought it was really good.
Uh-huh.
Then we saw X.
Wait, what'd you think about Mia Goth's performance?
I thought she was
then?
great.
Yeah.
I forgot she was British. She has such a great Southern accent.
Yeah.
I thought in her fucking the scarecrow and
Yeah.
her being and her parents.
Yeah.
Her dad. She loses her dad after she like burns her mom alive. And then we watched X. It was good. Kid Cudi was great. Jenna Ortega was great. Mia Goth was great as Pearl. And who else she play? She was
Maxine.
Maxine?
Oh, no, yeah, Maxine. Yeah, that's her name.
I thought it was great, but
Uh-huh.
I think Pearl was a lot better. Like,
Really?
Like I would put Pearl top shelf
Yeah.
and X middle shelf.
Okay, so my history with it, not to give away my full opinions, go watch the 3rd and 6th episode, but I'm kind of going back and forth with this series. Like I think Pearl's better and like X is better. I can't pick which one. And I basically just even it out. I think they're both great.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always wondering how would it be like to see Pearl first and then X? Because
Yeah,
they
I
came
didn't-
out,
Like,
X came first,
Yeah.
and then Pearl came out.
It was
first.
like was it a year difference or less?
No,
than that?
they came out last year, all the same year, which is kind of wild. And they're making a new one called Maxine that's coming out either this year or next
It's
year.
gonna be a trilogy, right?
Yeah, trilogy.
So seeing Pearl first,
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was gonna be about. I had no idea.
Okay.
Because at least when you're seeing X, you know that Pearl is crazy already. Because
Yeah, and when they
she's-
go to the house, it's kind of like, oh shit, yeah.
and like when her husband, she thinks he's dead. I thought he was actually dead. I thought he wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
But in X, you know he comes back because he's in the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
yeah.
thought he was dead. But and Pearl, after her one friend gets the part.
That's true. You think that her husband's dead?
Yeah,
'cause
I
she's
didn't-
at war.
Yeah, I didn't see
He doesn't
X
come
yet.
back.
So-
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought he was actually dead. I thought she was just having false hope. But I think the scene when she's pretending her friend is her husband, probably one of the best performances I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was
So
stunning.
awkward.
It was so. Was this nominated for anything? It was nominated.
No,
at all?
unfortunately,
It should have nominated for something.
It's a horror movie, so
Yeah, but Silence of the Lambs won like 12 Oscars.
yeah,
in
that's the
90s.
exception.
Yeah.
That's like not the rule. Honestly, unfortunately, horror movies don't get
Because Mia
the praise.
Goth should have been
Yeah,
nominated.
They're just pussies,
for
man.
it.
They're scared to watch horror movies.
I love horror movies. But like Pearl,
yeah.
probably one of the scarier. I mean, I don't get scared
She's
by movies.
iconic
Oh,
too.
yeah, she's
like
definitely
instantly iconic. It's
yeah.
gonna be like a Michael Myers thing,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Modern
or like
Michael
a Freddy
Myers.
Krueger thing.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. And seeing A24 actually like have a series. Because
Yeah.
normally they have, standoff films.
Yeah.
But now they're actually having a series. It's very interesting. Because, they have
It's true.
Midsommar,
Yeah.
one-off movie, Hereditary, one-off movie,
Yeah.
Lighthouse, one-off movie. But now you have an actual trilogy forming.
That's true. They
Kinda
weren't
like-
even original.
Kind of like Tarantino. He only has one series, Kill Bill.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was originally supposed to be one movie though.
Yeah, but I consider it a series.
Yeah.
And I see it like that because Tarantino's not known for his series. He's known for his standalone
Yeah,
films.
he's now always making a TV series.
Oh, he is?
That's his next project, not even a movie.
I thought his last movie is number 10 and then he's done, right?
Yeah, but I think he's holding that off a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why he's doing the streaming series.
Mhm.
Because I think he secretly just wants to keep making films. So he's just going to make series
Is he
instead of
doing
films. You know what I mean?
Is he doing like an Alfred Hitchcock
Presents?
kind of
No,
thing?
he said limited series.
Oh, limited
like a
series.
serial. So I guess it's like 8 episodes of a story.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be great.
That's
No,
going to be awesome.
But yeah, I think seeing Pearl first
Yeah.
made me appreciate the series more.
Hmm.
Because I didn't know anything about Ash. So I literally had no idea. And I didn't realize until later on that Mia Goth was Pearl and Ash.
Yeah, yeah.
She did great as Maxine and Pearl, and Kid Cudi was great too. And then I didn't realize that was Jenna Ortega till
Yeah.
the end.
I saw this before she got popular,
Yeah.
so I didn't really
Well,
think much of it.
I knew her from You. She was
Yo, underrated show, like
You
a
season
guilty
4.
pleasure,
You-
a guilty pleasure of mine.
in the new show, Joe's getting stopped.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
isn't he in like Britain or some shit
she's in
like that?
Paris.
Oh, he's in Paris. Okay.
But yeah, Jenna Ortega was the one girl's sister, and then Joe.
I don't
spoilers.
really remember the second
it's not
season
spoilers,
too
though.
much.
But when I think Love killed.
I
her.
know I remember her and I remember Love and I remember that. I just don't remember specifics of that.
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
season.
Jenna Ortega was one girl's sister, and then Joe gave her money to like.
Oh, I do
go
remember.
away.
Yeah, I do remember that. What is the best line in the series? Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh wait, I put my note. I wrote a bunch of lines up in my notes because I forget things easily, and I wrote a bunch of them. Oh, do you know what? It has to be Randy Savage. It's so iconic.
What is specific?
Bonesaw is ready. I think that's one of the most iconic lines in any movie.
What are you doing up there?
I think it's one of the most iconic lines. Well, I wrote a bunch of lines down.
Low-key homophobic line.
Yeah.
Would not have happened in 18...
yeah. Well, your boyfriend made that for you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
that
what
would
I
be-
was referring to.
Oh, also, obviously, pizza time. It was a big thing for a while.
Oh
I
yeah.
used to have a shirt. I used to have a shirt with Spider-Man on it. This is pizza time on it.
In
Back in middle
I
school.
remember, I believe it was the second MCU Spider-Man movie when they go to Europe.
Yeah.
They say
Far From
pizza
Home.
time
They do say
in the
pizza time,
movie,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like marking out.
I
I was
was
way before like
I was in theaters and everyone was like, "Oh, he said it."
yeah, and I was like, oh, that was before the Tobey Maguire rumors.
Yeah.
That was when I was obsessed with these movies, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No Way Home kind of came out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I was if that movie came out like 3 years earlier, that would have been like insane for me. But
It's still a great movie though. No Way Home. I think it's really good. Like the whole Doctor Strange thing is kind of weird.
yeah, I watch it and I watch it and I'm like, fuck, I'm being played.
I
I'm
think-
being emotionally manipulated, but
Oh,
I like it a lot.
Speaking of multiverse,
Yeah.
with WandaVision, what did you think of them teasing Evan Peters as Quicksilver, which is not actually him?
That was kind of stupid. It was
Yeah,
it was
it
like a
was
stupid
weird.
boner joke too.
It was weird because like, have you seen the Days of Future Past movies?
Yeah,
X-Men?
he's
those
cool.
are great movies.
I love the scenes when he's racing and he's picking up all the people.
Yeah, those are.
There's
that's
a-
great. Sonic copied that. Sonic the Hedgehog copied
Oh, they
that.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Days of Future Past. It's like in a kitchen, and then
Yeah, and then the second one-
Apocalypse. I think
Yeah,
that's what it
when
was
he's
called.
saving all the kids.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I almost said Apocalypse Now. That's a different movie.
It's not a great movie. It was a great scene.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, you know what was my favorite line?
what was it?
When Harry talks about kissing Mary Jane, he's like, "Oh, the taste of strawberries. Oh, that taste.
Oh my
Strawberries."
god!
That's
And that's
so
when
funny.
when Peter just goes fucking ape shit
Yeah,
on him.
that's my favorite line from the series.
I think my favorite line is "Little Gobbly Jr. want to cry."
The same scene too. It's so funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of good one-liners.
No, yeah. Like I said, I think one of the most iconic trilogies. I mean, Lord of the Rings is more iconic, but one of the most iconic trilogies from the like superhero trilogies at least. Like better than the Iron Man trilogy, better than the Thor, not really a Thor trilogy. It's like more of like a 4 movie thing, but
All right, I have a good one. Like, you don't trust anyone. That's your problem. That's Peter to J. Jonah Jameson.
oh yeah,
I trust my barber.
yeah. No,
So good.
I need to see Whiplash. I have not seen Whiplash. I know Miles Teller.
We are
is
talking
amazing.
about it. Oh, we already talked about it on the 10th episode. So,
Oh, is that with Liam or is that with
Justin and Lily
Justin
we talked
Lily?
about
Oh yeah, I
Babylon.
remember, yeah.
We talked about. You know what we talked about. The episode's already out.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, yeah. At this point, it's out.
At this point,
But
it went
I have
while you're
not watched it
yeah,
yet.
it's not even edited. I don't even know what it looks like at this
Oh.
point.
I'll check that out before.
You noticed
after
that I
watching this one.
backlogged before school a lot of episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Well,
kind of what I wanted to do.
Well, yeah, you did a lot like in between like Christmas and New Year's. You did like 3 of them at one time, right?
I dropped 2 because the
Yeah.
other one the audio kind of got fucked up, so I felt bad. So I was like, I'll drop another one. Best fight scene out of the series.
Probably the first movie with Goblin and Spider-Man.
I think that's the best.
Like the
Yeah.
last fight scene.
Yeah.
Well, oh, and then when he kills himself and he goes, "Oh," and then stabs him. Peter, don't tell Harry. And
Yeah,
fucking dies. That's such an
dude.
emotional.
The O is like.
Scene. Oh.
First off, the music cuts.
Yeah.
Like you hear like glider go and like. Whoop, oh.
Yes. That's where we
So
got.
good, man.
You've seen Killer Kirby, right?
Killer Kirby,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know the scene when we have
Killer
Mike,
Kirby is the film that
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan Ciaffi has made with
Gallo, Jordan Kelly,
Jordan
Justin
Kelly.
Kelly, a bunch of people.
I'll put the link in the
Yeah.
description, honestly.
Do you know? Remember the scene when we have Mike Gomes get hit by a car?
Yes.
I got that. I got that
yes.
from that.
Yeah, I
He's
do
like,
remember. He's like, oh shit.
It's
yeah,
literally
yeah,
from that. I
yeah.
got that inspiration from that scene, Spider-Man 1.
Hell yeah, man! I love to see that Sam Raimi influence in Killer Kirby.
Some Killer Kirby
We should
behind
make
the
a
scenes.
sequel.
We've been talking about that for 3 years. During COVID,
Yeah.
we had a Zoom meeting with me, Jordan, Jacob Wirtz, and Gallo. We talked about it for a while. We had a script, but we just haven't had time.
Oh man, you might want to get me on that.
Some Ethan Batista recognition in the movie.
Hell yeah.
we were gonna have Dylan Kelly direct it, or not direct it, edit it. He was gonna be like the
Really?
main, yeah.
Oh, shout out Dylan Kelly.
Yeah.
Best fit of the movie.
I really like the modest Uncle Ben fits. Just me like grandpa vibes, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It just like, reminds me of my grandparents, you know, my grandfathers. Like they would wear something like that. Like you know,
He had
it's
like a vest. He had
Yeah.
the glasses. Didn't he have the glasses with the little thing around
it's
it?
Just like
Yeah.
Honestly, they should have made. I mean, like it would have been like right because the comics made them Aunt May on Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
But they could have been his grandparents.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why were they so old?
Maybe they were his grandparents' like sibling, or like Aunt May was like his grandma's
Yeah.
sister. Or
Well, I love how
something.
you just don't know. It's just
Yeah.
like it's just Aunt May and Uncle Ben.
Yeah, that's why I hate Amazing Spider-Man when they had the whole parent backstory that
Yeah.
made no sense.
I think I would have to go with Tobey Maguire when he becomes bad and he has the blazers. He's embarrassing himself, but he looks fly while he does it.
What do you think?
Like
of-
specifically when he walks out of the designer store.
What do you think? Oh, I think
Uh-huh.
if that dance like went out of the designer store
Yeah.
didn't happen, the Joker scene would never have happened. When he's down the stairs, I don't think it's a hot take,
But-
I feel like without that scene when he's
Yeah.
dancing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
what you
think
mean.
the Joker scene would have happened.
I never really put that together, but
It's very similar, or at least that dancing, at least.
I feel like dancing in movies are just honestly like just waiting to be iconic. Like any
Yeah.
dance scene in a movie is just like prone to be like something that people will remember.
Do you notice that most kids movies end with a dance montage?
Yeah, but
Almost
don't
every
see,
kids
but
movie.
that seems disingenuine.
Yeah.
You expect that. You don't expect this.
Yeah.
You don't expect them to dance in the middle of the street, in the middle of the movie too. It's not even like an end credits thing.
Yeah.
It's great shit like that, like dance scenes out of nowhere. Think of 500 Days of Summer, that
Yeah.
dance scene, instantly iconic. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of dance scenes are very iconic, like in movies that aren't animated.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, obviously Saturday Night Fever, very iconic. I'm trying to think of
Friday the 13th Part 4.
I've
Crispin Glover.
I've only seen the first 2. Me with horror movies,
Yeah.
I only watched the first one. I've only seen Halloween 1,
Yeah.
Scream 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 1,
Okay, Scream
Jaws 1.
is the only one probably worth watching all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because Scream, honestly, keeps commenting on like the present state of horror movies.
Yeah.
Because they're like satires. But like Friday the 13th Part 1, 2, and 3, they're the same movies.
But I think without Matthew Lillard in Scream 2, I love Matthew Lillard in Scream 1. One of my favorite horror movie performances ever.
I mean, you still have what's his fucking name? The nerd in that movie.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? The actor's
I
name?
completely forget.
Jamie
his name.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
You have Jamie Kennedy in the
And
second
is
one.
Courtney Cox in
Actually,
the second one. Oh,
I have a VHS copy of
that-
Scream 2, Hollywood Video.
Not Scream 1, only Scream 2.
No, I don't have Scream 1.
That's cool. That's so cool though. No, wait, is Drew Barrymore in that one, or she dies in Scream 1, right?
She dies in the beginning of Scream 1.
Yeah, she's barely in that movie.
Well, in the beginning, how they marketed it, she was like, "Oh, Drew Barrymore stars in
Yeah,
Scream,"
she's barely,
and
like,
then
10
she dies,
minutes.
and that's the shock because she's a
Oh.
big star.
It's
like
kind of
think
like
about
Psycho.
Yeah, think about Psycho. She's in it a little bit more than Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
But think about like say I don't know who's popular. What's a popular actress?
Jennifer Aniston. I don't know.
No, nowadays.
Oh, nowadays.
Big
Jenna
star.
Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. Yeah, she shows up. Well, she's in Scream too. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. It's weird because she's in Scream. She's in the fifth Scream movie, and she's the first one that calls up too.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I was literally bringing
Does
up
she-
a comparison that exists.
I didn't expect them to.
Yeah.
Going back to Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
I didn't think that they would kill her next. I thought she was gonna live.
Very unexpected.
Yeah, I thought she seems like they would make her live.
the main girl. Yeah, you think that.
I thought Maxine and her would live, but no, she get shot in the face.
All right, Ryan. Is there anything else?
No, dude. Honestly, this has been a great time.
Yeah,
I love coming on this podcast.
but
All right.
thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, of course, man.
See ya.